Oi, oi. Flat Earth British. Martinliedtke speaking. Good to see you guys. I'm back with another livey. Think of this as your flatter day. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be really groovy. I'm sure all of you who are here to witness this will enjoy. Let me just check my comms in order and everything's tipper. Irie. Sounds fab. So I'm here. So I've got a cunning plan, as per usual. Right, we're going to start here. Martin, myself, Flat Earth British. See British there in the title. I'm going to give you a existential discourse on what it is to be British. Now, although the whole narrative that I will be giving you for being so-called British is actually a weird psyop, I will explain it all to you as I go. But regardless, good signs recently amongst the population. Now, let's just give you a little history lesson, what they tell us about history. So, in the past, in the recent past, admittedly, I think there was a civilization called Tartaria. But then this Hanoverian lot turned up. And what they did, the House of Hanover, okay, which are not British, by the way, they sort of wrote themselves into the British timeline. Okay, well, that was easy to do, really, with their influx and influence within the church. So then they became the monarchy, just like monarch butterflies, the monarchy. Something there in the etymology. We're going to have a look at that. Times, they are a-changing. Everyone in this country, I don't know what it's like the rest of the world, I've had a shit full of it all, really. I think governments are about done and dusted. Nobody takes them serious anymore, do they? Everyone's just done. Democracy, communism, all of it, it's all just bollocks, isn't it? We don't want any of it anymore because it is just insanity. I've seen a film relatively recently. I think it was with Ethan Hawke, but it was a really good film where they turned everybody against one another. So everyone just killed one another with propaganda. Just dropping leaflets from the air, terrifying people, and the fear factor going in, and it was like everyone was suspicious and everyone was paranoid as fuck. And then everyone turned on one another and ate one another alive. So you don't actually need an enemy. The enemy is within people's hearts, is where it is. Anyway, we're going to talk about being British. I'm British, although I am of Estonian stock. I am from this glorious island that is Great Britain. Immensely strange. If you're not from here and you visit the place, it must be really, really weird for you and a culture shock because there's no other island like Britain anywhere else on Earth. There's not. These people in the Great British Islands, this is what we did, okay? I'd say 120 odd years ago when we didn't have the internet. Now, bear in mind, the internet's dead on its ass and soon to be bye-bye, okay? But it was bad for us anyway. Okay, it was just like bad drugs. Okay? Drugs are really bad. Okay, I went to drug support once, and I was really disappointed. There was no drugs at all. Anyway, so no need for governments. Really, we're done with them. I think the people, if we can sort it out. Now, this is what we did. The British Empire did this. Only like just over 100 years ago, we ruled. Okay. A third of the world's population and a third of the land just. So that was all like India and Canada and Australia and New Zealand and whopping great bits of everywhere was British. So this is how we did it. Okay. We arrive, okay, on the shore of this land. We'll give you an example. Say India. Okay. Everyone is doing okay and everyone has never really got the buzz about war or anything. So first thing you do, send in a couple of regiments, soften them up a bit, give them a taste of Britain. Okay, so that'll be like the Irish Guards or the Irish Rifles. And that could be really dodgy because they'll just kill everyone if they're left uncontrolled. And then the Welsh, maybe the Welsh Guards and the Scottish Night Watch, send them all in to soften them up. And then the general comes in. So the population. And he does a statement somewhere along the lines of this. It is, hello, citizens. It's lovely to see you. Now, we're here to laud you. And not only that, we're going to kill all of the bad people. And everyone just a little sort of spontaneous round of applause. Oh yes, they're going to kill all the bad people. It's like, so they will be doing some killing then. It's like, yeah, fucking loads. And this is how we did it. Okay, we ruled the whole world like this. I know it seems a bit extreme, but guys, going on recent history of what's happening in the Great British Islands, okay, there are definitely savage types out there, barbarians even, okay? And with the British coming in, especially in the early days with their redcoats and stuff, yeah, we brought law and fucking order. We brought law and fucking order, yeah? Rack and ruin the world was. And do you know what we did? We built the fucking law. Yeah, we sent the Irish in again, yeah, to dig all them canals and stuff for you, for everybody, according to the narrative. No, but really. So the Hanoverian lot that are ruling us now, and where apparently they tell us and put claim to the entire island and even the land that I am now standing on, well, if they are of German extraction and they wiggle their way into this timeline, that would mean in the recent past, the real rulers of Britain, the British rulers of Britain, the kings and queens of Britain and their bloodline, some of them would still be here. I think there was a big, effort in the eradication of this bloodline, the original bloodline with these sacred geometrical principles, the antiquitech, the whole world that was there before the Victorians, okay, victorious after some battles and stuff that they don't tell us about in the history books. It's like, it's not only that, it's the colonies as well, isn't it? Do you actually think that we lost the colonies in the American Revolutionary War? No. Well, it's a bit weird, isn't it? It's like, if we lost the colonies, then why did they name New England, New England? After World War II, we didn't name Norfolk New fucking Germany, did we? You don't name lands after the enemy. It makes no sense, see? So I think there's definitely some sort of major influence in the Americas as well. So a good plan would be right now, I think the world is primed for this actually, okay, bit of law and bloody order in the place, don't you think? Not a weird Nazi democracy and all of that, okay, because it's totally unfavorable. There's other ways of doing things, guys. But I think that the British, yeah, and the Americans, okay, close by, should take over the world again. I think it's a really good place, a really good time for it. Take over the world. I know it sounds megalomaniac, guys, but this is existential British thinking. We did it 130 years ago when we were bored. We can do it again. Anyway, maybe not. So anyway, I'm sure a lot of the world can cope very, very well without the British. Okay, I've seen the infrastructure in, say, maybe the Chinese could help. We could give them a slice of the cake, cut them in a bit, yeah, cut them into the old. Because basically, at the end of the day, that's what they do. They go into countries and they rob them blind. The British are fucking brilliant at it. They invented it. I think they invented rip everyone off, skank still. So you can't really, as a British person, moan about being skanked when we invented skanking. Not the dance, the ripping everyone fucking off. Anyway, so apparently the sun never set on the British Empire because it was so vast and so glistening in the golden age of, like, Victoriana, they say, but they did have a gilded age because some of the buildings that they were occupying in, say, the Raj, yeah, going off to see the Maharaja for tiffins, okay? So British culture, okay, this is what we do. We had what you need, don't quote me on this, anybody, yeah? I can imagine Tartarian Truth's next video. Martin's gone megalomaniac. No, I'm not. Now, we had a guy in the past called Winston Churchill. Admittedly, he was a psychopathic narcissist, but he got shit done. And he risked his health. He got pneumonia twice, remember, in the desert, risking his health. 60-year-old man. A 60-year-old man is in risk of getting, like, touched up nowadays in Britain. times have changed. So he was our greatest apparent sort of warmonger, was Churchill. Like the British people, they weren't into it. They were like, yeah, fuck off. We ain't doing any of that warring business. And Churchill's like, yeah, we are, because this is what we're into, guys. And they soon got on board with it, guys. They did all right in all in World War II. Supposed to have won it, innit? Well, not really. We're getting to that anyway. The history is very skewy. I know it on the surface, it would appear that Germany really did lose the war, but considering it was all a covert operation by a load of plants and undercover agents, all of these dynasties are. And the dynasties further back, look, the Plantagenets. Plantagenets, what? The plant agents. Fuck off. This is telling you right there. Anyway. So we're going to dig in. We're going to start with, and none of this is going to be in, let me just put this clearly for YouTube purposes, disclaimer. All of this is done in an educational format, in a historical format, historical purposes, for us to learn together about what it is to be British. Okay? Okay. So there you go. So I'm learning you all about it. Okay? My hand keeps coming up. Stop it. It wants. That's the German bit of me. Just stay down. Okay. I'm all right. It's past. So I'm going to just go through a load of pictures of antiquity, juicy stuff, all the way through to the very end. And you're just going to have to just bear with me. Give you a few of your shouts. Dwight, you're blowing up my comments. Love you too, try, but it like literally makes my fucking brain bleed to read your language. I know what you're doing, the dissemination of words and stuff, but it really hurts me, Brian. And there's millions of them as well. It's like proportionately, most of my comments are from you. So who's that? So hi, Marianne. It was great to see you this week at the Flat Earth Social. Epic Flat Earth, 100 Flat Earthers. Yeah. All wiggly flat thumb in it. It was absolutely fantastic. Dave Murphy smashing it, and it was Mac Devlin smashing it, myself, and yeah, it was really good. Want to join my gang? No, we don't want to join your gang, Mr. Man. Your gang would be too fucking weird, okay? Listen, stop quoting Gary Glitter. Anyway, you want to be in my gang, right? I know we're not Oasis here. Listen, there's a reason I don't wear seatbelts, guys. Do you know why it is? Clunk, click, every trip. Who said that shit? Jimmy fucking Savile. Jimmy Savile. So I remember before Jimmy Savile's clunk, click, every fucking trip advert with the seatbelts, nobody was doing seatbelts. There was no motorbike helmets either. Nobody was wearing them. I remember when they made people wear them in the 70s, and there's fucking thousands of fucking bikers going up the roads all protesting with the helmets off when they all went all weird. Yeah, fucking Jim will fix it for you, all right? Whew. Anyway, I digress. It's not about me, but I am entitled to, have my viewpoint as Flat Earth British. I'm a representative of British Flat Earthers. Okay, I'm the voice of Flat Earth British, and I'm going to say what I think. I think we probably don't need another psychopath like Winston Churchill sort of things out for us. But something needs to happen. The thing is all of the things that are going on in Britain at the moment, every single fucking one of them are completely psyop. I don't want to mention the ones this week because they don't want you to mention the ones this week. But I tell you what, it stinks like stinky fucking fish, all of it. I can see right through it. Anybody with the eyes that see and has been in this game that as long as me, then you can smell a fucking rat. And that's what's happening. People are being played against one another, and that is it. And it is by design. Destabilization, more control, and then the weird new paradigm to be poured out very, very soon. So yeah, everyone's complaining that they think the internet is dead. It's very unfavorable. It's just adverts, isn't it? Advert net is what they should call it. And it's all weird adverts as well, if you noticed. It's like on there, they come up adverts, tampon adverts. I don't want to see tampon adverts, guys. I'm sorry, it's no offense. It's just men don't want to see that shit. Push you off vaginas and stuff. It's horrible. And they have like poopy adverts with actual poos on them now. And they had a dating thing just came up as well with two let's just say female football players like with tongues and stuff. I was like, fucking, my head's wrecked. I only wanted to watch a music video, and now I'm all like fucking dribbling mess. You see what they're doing? They fucking weaponized adverts, and they're weird. All of them are weird. AI is weird. AI is a twisted, weird fuck, is what AI. Weird. Anyway. So anyway, yeah, but we're at the crossroads of humanity. It's going to be very exciting to see which way it goes. I'm going to have a good time. I don't know about you. This is the best. Listen, this is a good, enjoyable reset. Do you know what all of this proves? Evolution is bollocks. Because obviously humanity's not evolving, is it? It's de-evolving. It's getting stupider by the day. Anyway, it doesn't even matter because I've been thinking this might be true. Hold your horses. Crazy horses. Wah! Wah! That was brilliant. I can't believe the Osmonds did heavy metal. So Idiocracy should be like shown in all schools because it is fucking like a documentary for how things have panned out. Oh, you're also my brother. Good to see you, my friend. Much love to you. I know, but anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to look at things with a very light heart because let's not take life too seriously. There's no point in all of that. So, Mark Duffy, good to see you, my friend. James, thank you for popping by. And Brandon, have a word with the Scottish, sort your flag out, mate. You ain't got a wild animal on there. You need a wild animal. Yeah, the English got lions. The Welsh got a big fuck off dragon. Yeah. You got a thistle. Although thistles can be really fucking dangerous, Brandon, I'll give you that. And they're psychedelic. I'll give you dragons and psychedelic. Got no psychedelic properties as far as I know. You don't hear of people sniffing dragon breath, do you? Hello. Murphy's Law. Good to see you. Rachel Osborne, much love to you. Sweetness. Donna Hughes is in the house. Good to see me. Good to see you too, Donna. I can see straight through my camera. I can see you in your room. No, I can't. That'd be weird. Oh, it's a unicorn. Oh, they're fucking lethal. Yeah, you have a unicorn in the gut itch. Yeah, man, that could be really bad for your digestion. So I'll give you that one. Okay, nicely sorted. That was quickly sorted, Brandon. This is why the Scottish invented most of the world. Quick thinking. Telephone, television, fucking engineering, everything really is down to the Scottish. Except the internet, that was a Welsh one. Sorry about that. Mr. Razda, good to see you. He's beautiful soul in you all. You all have beautiful souls. Squirrel snipers in the house. You're beautiful people. Beautiful people land. Between food and water and air, and Idiocracy may soon be reality. You are, because they will have people are going to be too overweight to actually get out of their chairs. So they will have, like, well, they got them, haven't they? They're called, I can't fucking remember, but they think they're like chairs you could poo in, aren't they? Yeah. So they'll have them because the old people can't run. God, and they're horrible. Old people. Oh, fucking hell. Stuff like that. Well, it is. I'm just saying that you smell and that. I am not fired up, right? I know what you're saying there. Saying I know what you're saying. I'm not fired up. Thank you, Wild Army UK. Yeah, listen. We're going to take over the world. Oh, fuck me. We're taking over the fucking world. Yeah, we're just going to come along with. They're going to be like aiming guns at us, and we're going to be putting flowers down their guns. No, I made that bit up. We won't be. Just making a jacket potato with cheese and coleslaw. Oh, fucking hell. Whoa, that's nice. Are you pricey? What's going on? Oh, just go with it. Listen, this is only an episode of Flat Earth British. Nobody dies. Nobody gets hurt. It's just like watching Magic Roundabout, only with purpose. There you are, Mr. Marmite. I reckon I got a gang. Yeah, I got a gang, Mr. Marmite. Yeah, man. You want to be in my gang? Look what you made me do. Water the tree. Good to see you guys. Okay, we're going to breed. What's that? Rare breed Phoenix. Lady Phoenix. And Mr. C. Ooh. Let's see what Mr. C is quoting. Well, we're going to talk about underground places in a minute. You know, we're going to think about them weird bunkers that are under Denver Airport. And where else would you put elite bunkers but a mile high in the air? Because it's a mile high city, isn't it? So if there was a big fuck off tsunami, like they told everyone there was going to be like only 2 days ago, so everyone's like, oh, I think there's going to be a tsunami, and then it's like fuck all happens. But it got everyone worried for a minute, and it's a good like test for the emergency broadcast system and keeping everyone on their toes for the biggie. They're definitely going to do some sort of climate lockdowns. There's just no doubt about it. The weather's just too fucking freaky and unusual. I think there's a good chance that we just, every single day we wake up, we just slip more into this alternative timeline and further away from the one we knew, because honest to God, everyone's saying the same. It's so fucking trippy that nothing looks the same anymore. It's not just me getting older. If other people are just agreeing with me completely and saying, man, it's just not the same realm as I grew up in. And I just don't mean it's a different decade. I mean, everything's different. The hues, the colors, the people, the weird everything. The weird everything. It's just what happened. Remember the future. Jeffrey Bailey, good to see you as well, my friend. I seen you there. Ooh, okay. Sending you all love. 241 of you. Good to see you today on a Friday. It's the day that we fry our Brians. There you are. He's what you want to be a leader. We're going to follow Mr. Marmite? We don't need leaders. I notice what happens is, like, you know, there's people putting people on pedestals for some sort of leadership qualities in Britain, and it's a clear psyop. It's a heartbreaker for people who just can't see it. I don't understand why they can't see. There's us and there's them, and you can fucking see them. They stand out like so fun. They all stick together like fucking glue. They're all in the same fucking club, dress the same, think the same, look the same, vibe the fucking same. Kerry, good to see you. To me, I can see them clearly. They can't hide from me. That's one of my super abilities, you see, guys. You can't hide shit from me. That's what happens when you meet me. You got any shit, it might come up, because you won't be able to hide it from me. And that's a fact. So what's that? With the wooden spoon. Oh yeah, well I'm from Wales. We have love spoons in Wales. Yeah, sexy love spoons. Yeah, we do. I would disagree with. I don't know about that. I just don't want to go there. My Brian is just not in that place today. My Brian is in the place of, are we still having a flatter day? Yeah, we are right now, because I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be digging the garden. Okay. Jungle Book on VHS. Have you got a video recorder? Because I've got a massive load of videos in my cupboard. Oh, like Sky Captain of Tomorrow, which I would love to watch, actually. I haven't got a fucking video player. Anyway. No, Scott, Paul McCartney's real. They all are. It's all real. All of it. All the different Beatles, they were all real. Dark entertainment. I wouldn't class myself as that. Oh, I don't think you're referring to me. I think you're referring to the world. Rugby club, huge collection of wooden spoons. Oh, you wooden spoonies. Lovely. Yeah, we got the biggest wooden spoon in the world in a shop opposite Cardiff Castle. You can go in there and actually touch it. It's the biggest wooden spoon in the world. If you're into wooden spoon touching, that would really make you happy. I love VHS. Yes, Betamax is so big, isn't it? But it was okay. Who remembers 8-track? 8-track music was wicked. I literally went out with a girl because her father had 8-track and he had Echoes, Pink Floyd. So I went out with her so I could listen to her father's Echoes on 8-track. That's not the only reason, but apparently. Can't believe I just said that out loud. Anyway, Valerie, you survived the wooden spoon. Oh, that sounds nasty. Or not. Donna. Anyway, let's get into some pictures. So, as I said, nothing's going to be derogative. If there are any images of the royal family, it's because I miss the Queen. I do miss the Queen. Have you noticed how they haven't put Prince Charles on any of the notes? Well, there's no point printing them all because I don't think he's going to last that long. I'm silly. I'm not silly. Maybe I'm a bit silly. Okay, doesn't matter anyway. Just go with it, guys. Okay, just pretend. Just pretend I'm like all the other YouTubers. Look at Martin go. Yay. Yes, Mr. Razda. We're going to look at Elizabeth, the people that she met in life. We're going to look at Lady Di, and we're going to look at, one of my favourites is Kate. Kate, I'm a Kate Middleton man. I am. I love Kate. No, I know. I heard somebody said, but she's a fella. I don't think Kate's a fella, dude. Whoever said that. Anyway, let's have an investigation. I do think, though, actually, I'll say this now: 276 of you going on current picture gathering. I think Farrah Forsyth Majors, $6 Million Man's wife, the one who was in Charlie's Angels, she got a jaw like that, like Roger Ramjet. Have a look at Farrah Forsyth. Never thought it before. I always had a thing about. I used to love Farrah Forsyth Majors' his hair, and when Madonna during her Ray of Light period, before she went, just because she's not Madonna anymore, she's just Donna now, isn't she? She's like, when she went, I used to think I love her hair like that. She's got exactly that style. There's a Donna Hughes. Yeah. Where she's equal with all Donnas now. Timoth, I used to dock in Timoth when I was in the merch. Yeah, I love Timoth. I had some wild nights there. That's where their muse are from, isn't it? Yeah. See, they should pay Radiohead homage because they wouldn't be without them. And they don't. They're like, we're as good as Radiohead. Well, clearly not. Just saying. Farrah Foreskin Majors. See, this is why she's real good fun. See, you've just joined along for the ride. Okay, let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy the stuff tonight. There's going to be loads of thousands of, well, hundreds of juicy images, shared thoughts and stuff. Okay, I could actually share the chat. Do you want to try that? I seen it on a YouTube video the other day, and it looked all right. Actually, I'll give it that. We'll try that, where we can show comments, and then only on the beginning bit, and then you can see you up on the screen on Flat Earth Britishness. So, yeah, apparently there's been a lot of Wiggley flat earth through history. I've been finding a few. Be very surprised, guys. Stick with it. Marticus will explain. So, yeah, Mr. Queen, what happened, right, guys, is when the Queen was in, there was hardly any of this silly shit that's happening now in Britain, right? So she's apparently died when they said she died, but she never. She died a shit ton earlier, right? And so did Philip, okay? During Rona, weirdest funeral in the world. No one fucking went because they weren't there. Anyway, to cut a long story short, okay, they didn't really want Charles coming into power. I don't think the Queen wanted him coming into power, okay? Charles has not really got leadership qualities, you know. He's got strange religious views at the moment. And he don't really give two fucks for the people. Britain. We used to like him when he was a Prince of Wales, old Charlie, you know, he used to be cute, remind us of the FA Cup, give us a giggle. But like back in the day, right, Ozzy Osbourne dies, right, yeah, fucking 50,000 people turn up on the streets of Birmingham to wave ta-ra to Ozzy, 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 oi, 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 yeah. So it's fucking proper order, yeah. The Queen goes through Birmingham, yeah. They got to hire people like them lefties to turn up, yeah, with banners and pretend they like the monarchy and stuff, like majesty. Why have they got the word jest in majesty? Well, we'll get to all that. So there she is. I'm sure she writes size saddle because they said that it was probably improper for a queen to straddle like properly a horse, yeah, like kick her legs over and get on there. Yeah, she had to sit side saddle because it's not proper for a queen to, like, you know, rub herself on a saddle. I don't know about horse riding. I'm from the city, although I did go horse riding every year. Now I can recognise this head here. Yeah, this is Rod Stewart. Now, what we're going to see now is some examples. Now, what the Queen does, right, is you'll have the Royal Variety Performance or Saturday Night at the Palladium or some of this stuff going on in British culture, where you have comedians all have a giggle and the Queen's up in a box and you can say a little Queen joke, yeah, and she would laugh. And everybody in Britain would be tickled to the core. I would sit at home and I think, the Queen laughed. No, really, that's how innocent we all were in British culture. I noticed Mark Devlin brought up in his presentation of Musical Truth about the Silver Jubilee. Now, if you lived in Britain back in the day, the Silver Jubilee was got to be the biggest thing that happened in the 1970s. It was fucking massive. I can't even tell you. The following Jubilees, however, nobody even. Silver was massive. Gold, diamond, anybody? Nobody remembers, do they? But we all remember the punk rock 70s. I am an anarchist. So there he is, poor Ozzy. Oh, listen, people blew up my comments saying like he killed bats and stuff. That was an accident. Okay. And obviously what he did was a business model. Okay. Anyway, so what in God's flat earth is going on? Well, what is really going on? Should we get to the crux of it? Because nobody's going to tell you the truth out there, guys. This is why Marticus comes in handy. See what I got on? I got on in the background, this really mellow jazz. I leave it on all the time. So yeah, Lady Di. Now, I seen Lady Di in real life. She was quite pretty, you know. I liked her. She was a bit of a big girl, though, compared to Charles. Like, really pretty. Oh, so yeah, Margaret Thatcher, right? So she like made a big influence in my life. So basically, the year I left school, she abolishes apprenticeships. So I was like, oh fuck. And then she made us go on these YTS courses, which was like £25 a week to build, like, or in my case, destroy a church. And oh my God, it was the strangest of times. So they called her the Iron Warrior. She's basically 10 types of nuts. Here is her husband. Can anyone remember Dennis Thatcher? Remember her son? He got lost in the Sahara Desert on some sort of rally. And they sent the British out, I think it was the SAS, to go and see if they could find his elite lost ass. Do you remember that? Anyway, so she's supposed to be from Grantham, a northern lass, yeah? So I don't know if she was related to, but she got in the halls of power and became Prime Minister, closed all of the mines in Wales. Fucked everything here for at least a generation. So she's not popular in British, in Welsh language, or even the Northerners. Anyway, or Scargill as well. Anyway, so look at him. He hates his fucking life. Now, do any of you remember him? Yeah, Mark Thatcher bomb. Willie Whitelaw. Willie Whitelaw. Oh my God, there was some things going on about him on there. Willie Whitelaw's Willie. Willie Whitelaw's Willie. It's small and shriveled and it looks very silly. Willie Whitelaw's Willie. And who remembers Mr. Britain in the back? He got done for some stuff. I think he faked his death as well, didn't he? Or something. Anyway, she looks just like Kate Middleton. That's spooky. I wonder if it's her mother. So these are the lords and lasses that rule our asses. Oh, Michael Esseltine. Oh God, you know, there's a blast from the past year, guys. Hope you've eaten your tea already. So yeah, they have coronations, don't they? So let me explain about the Phoenicians. I know I mentioned that the Hanoverians. Ooh. But in fact, it's also the Phoenicians. I will get to that in a minute. Again, sorry, messages. Life does not stop because YouTube is on. Anyway, so yeah, so she's got the orb, okay, the holy hand grenade. You cannot be a queen without one. Now, what you get is a hierarchy of crowns, okay, given to you by God. And these crowns, yeah, the bigger crown you get, the higher up you are. She's not got the highest crown. There's higher crowns in it. Oh yes. There's higher highnesses on the higher table, apparently, than her. Anyway. So the crown, as we know it today, okay, the monarchy, it was never earned by countless generations of battling and conquering. It was, in fact, assumed by the public to be true. But The fact was, and it's not a conspiracy because AI will tell you exactly the same. The Americans, they got the royal family there. The city of Coronado, I went there myself. It's in San Diego. And they've got the crown because the crown is the Coronado, the corona, as you know. All of the elite brats that you see in America, like, you know, presidents, they are related to the Queen of England or the King of England. All of them. Trump, I think Bush was second cousin to the Queen of England. They all have to apparently be related to Charlemagne the Great, but I don't know why some French dude from apparently the first millennium AD, which are very suspect even existed, they would want to be related to him. But I know they say he was a French Charlemagne, but he's obviously an Ottoman, isn't he? Because he's got turban on, so there's that. But so does Vlad the Impaler have a turban, and he's from apparently Transylvania. So, anyway, so yeah, there's all these different crowns, isn't there? There's the crown of the fish head one, which is basically what looks like a bell end, maybe, and then there's this big. God gives you that one. So yeah, so that's what is happening, right? Is they are appointed by God. Have you seen the contract? Did you see the contract from God? Where he said, these people will rule you. You must give them all of your money and taxes, and they can do whatever they want with you because you actually belong to them. Did you see that contract? Did you see the memo? No, I didn't see the memo. Funny that, isn't it? But we automatically assume that this is the case. It's a really strange sort of weird Stockholm syndrome is going on, especially when it comes to monarchy and government. Why do we presume that we need government? Why can't we self-govern ourselves, small duchies like we always used to? Small governing councils for locals, elders, people with experience, people with knowledge, spiritual people, good people to lead the community. And bad people, they won't need to be bad anymore. Yeah. And as for the really bad people that are in this place, well, they should be, you know, ways of combating it. I got a big list. I'll read it out to you. Don't think YouTube would like it very much. Anyway, so long before coronations, as you know, because you see them on television, colour telly literally came out in time for the 1952 coronation of Queen Elizabeth. Britain conquers Everest, because it'd never been fucking climbed before 1952. It'd been there apparently for millions of fucking years, according to them, but it'd never been climbed. But he didn't climb it anyway. He was Sherpa Tenzing, was up there first, give him a bunk up, and he's like, yeah, well, I'm British and you're fucking Tibetan, so like it's mine, yo. This is how it works when you're British, guys. Okay, so basically the British monarchy hijacked a timeline, a legacy that was not their own. Check it out for yourself. They are the House of Hanover. They had, in fact, the Saxe-Coburg Gotha, who changed the name to Windsor because of the embarrassment of having a German name during the First World War. It's like, we're at war with Germany. Why has the royal family got a German name now? It's like, well, because it's a strange faith-based superstition that one has the birthright to rule over nations of people, own all the land they dwell upon, and steal their earnings under the guise of taxation. Isn't that trippy that even happens? That one family or one bloodline says that God says that we have these diamonds and stuff, and then we should rule over you, and you should belong to us and not be sovereign at all. I can imagine that going down like a lead balloon in the early days of Tartaria, when we're supposed to have handed over our sovereignty. And I'm not going to say anything derogatory about these people, guys, but I will say they are a funny bunch. They are a funny bunch, and they keep funny company. You know, mixing Frank Bruno, the boxer, Peter Sutcliffe, the Yorkshire Ripper, into the Jimmy Savile, Margaret Thatcher club, that they're all friends together. Really strange thing, isn't it? That this went on in British culture and was buried for so long. But I'm sure it was not wholesome at all. So there she is. She was pretty, wasn't she, the Queen? And there she is, looking at her baby, thinking, you will never, ever reign as king, because I will die when I'm 100, you see. even then. Oh, no, this wasn't a psyop. This is the Queen against Side Saddle. Don't want anything funny going on with the Queen, do we? She did have children. Anyway, Side Saddle. And this guy here in the lumberjack shirt has a gun pointed at her, and there's a camera which conveniently, in the day of Polaroid Instamatics, caught it on film. And apparently it went bang, and the horse galloped away, and everyone jumped on him. Can you remember that happening? What a load of fucking bullshit. That's as believable as that Tom Robson stuff with the dummy that happened only a day or so ago. So, who's in charge? Who's in charge? Yeah. So here's a queen. Is it the Rothschilds? Is it them? Is it them? Is it the monarchy? Is it the Vatican? Well, look at him. Yeah. No, I seen John Boy. He looked at me and he blessed me like that, John Boy. I shouted over to him, "Oh, skinhead." And he went like that. "Bless you, my son." Yeah. He didn't say it like that. Now, I appreciate that he wasn't in the Hitler Youth, okay? But other popes are often in the Hitler Youth, Benedict. Really, that doesn't mean anything, because everybody in Germany in the early 30s was in the Hitler Youth. Now they got different versions, well, they should have. Anyway, so he's doing the old, "Am I doing it right, Your Majesty?" And he's looking down, Philip, saying, he needs a little bit more equality on the thumbs to make that a complete diamond Masonic shape. Look, she's a Knight of Malta. She's everything. She's a druid. She's queen of everything, man. Yeah, she's Queen of Narnia. The Queen is Queen of Narnia, or was Queen of Narnia. Narnia no longer exists. They locked the cupboard door, and they lost the cupboard. They buried the cupboard. I'm not telling you where. Oh, yes. So what happened here? Lady Di. Isn't that funny how they called her Lady Di and she ends up dead? Lady Di. It's like predictive programming. Anyway, these got the funniest stats. These. Look. Yeah. I want to join. This is me, right, guys? Oh, yeah. I want to join religion. Oh, I love it. All the men wear dresses and funny hats. Yeah. Like all these weird cults wear funny dresses. That's why you should avoid them like the plague. Anyway, somebody got really upset saying that I said that the Holy Bible was mind control. I didn't say that at all. I said my mother said that it was mind control. Okay. What would be good is if these two royal sprogages stepped on her massive long trails and got dragged around. Check out the checkerboard floor. We all know what that means. Wink, wink. I think this is Captain Phillips over here. He was dashing, wasn't he? Yeah. So, do any of you remember, probably not the Americans, Celebrity Royal, It's a Knockout? Can you remember It's a Knockout? Fucking hell. So the guy on there that used to introduce the show, he got done with Operation U-Tree. What was his name? Hall. Anyway, so Prince Edward, you probably never heard of him. He's one of the royals that they don't mention with good reason. He had the brilliant idea to have an It's a Knockout, which is basically people with giant rubber hammers banging one another over the head, dressed as animals, like furries and stuff. I know it's hard to explain. It's like the Olympics for cretins. Yeah. So they like Takashi's Castle on steroids. It was bad. Anyway, it all ended, and basically the British public got to see, like, I bet if you watch that back, there'd be some really improper moments with Prince Andrew hanging around, sniffing around. No, really, I think that It's a Knockout might be worth watching. But I do have some fond memories of Prince Edward crying in a tent saying, "Nobody's taking me seriously. I thought this would mean more." And everyone's like, "This is our most embarrassing moment in our 100 years of stealing this throne, reign. I mean, the 1,000 years we have been in reign." Sorry, Freudian slip. So there she is. Look at her. She's got all silks and all of that. Bloody stupid, if you ask me. But there she is, looking beautiful. So they say. I don't think so. Golden carriage. This is where the taxpayers' money used to go in the old days. We had loads and loads of money. We were like a first world country back in the day. Do you know when we ruled the world? We were like ruling the world. And do you know, before then, it was Tartaria. But do you know what, guys? Yeah, I don't think Tartaria is going to probably make a resurgence as per se Tartaria, but the British, well, they're still fucking here, aren't they? I'm just saying, existentially looking in from the outside, flat Earth British, I see an opportunity. I see an opportunity for us here, guys. Anyway, so yeah, so maybe the Germanic monarchs of the Hanoverians, yeah. Let me explain something to you guys. That shit never used to happen. These monarchs here, see these monarchs, yeah. This is Queen Elizabeth. Although she's probably a fella, okay, I'll give you that. But let's not hold that against her, shall we? Him. She's Welsh. Her old man, Henry VIII, he wrote the handbook on how to deal with divorce. Did you read it? 8 simple stages, or was it 7? But he was a man for all seasons. Listen, this is flat Earth British. I don't think it's ever a good idea, violence against women. Certainly not ever in any regard. Drugging them? No, that's a better idea. I'm only joking. Anyway, so she's a ginger, and she invented with Bacon and a secret police, the first, so they say, police state, where they're spying on everyone using the internet, of course. And basically, she had over it, what it was, she was built like a sumo wrestler, being a dude. She had big fucking arms like this. Yeah. And she could summon up a storm because something happened. In the past, we had magic. We had mages, magicians, sorcerers, and all the rest, probably up until about 1900, maybe, because alchemists were still around in the 1800s. Anyway, to cut a long story short, something happened where the magic has stopped in most regards. But I think before then, you could summon up a storm and get rid of the Spanish on the way, which you did, Spanish Armada. So is the nature of Britain. This is what we were, yeah? Now, this is a superimposed face, yeah, that they put over Queen Victoria. Now, she was 4'5" or something, yeah? I think she was a pygmy, yeah? So the story goes is her husband was Albert, yeah? Prince Albert. Famous for, I think he had a stud in his foreskin or something. It's called Prince Albert, or a ring. Sexual purposes. So she was a bit of a girl, and you know what her favorite thing was? Just like Winston Churchill, you know them big cigars he was smoking. That wasn't a cigar. That was packed with weed. Okay, and she was the same. She was, look at her little stony wondy eyes. Yeah, she liked the cannabis and curry, just like normal British people. Queen Victoria was victorious. So yeah, these are monarchs across Europe, and it definitely depends on the crown you get. Is your status. Princesses, they get littler crowns, yeah. Duchesses and dukes, well, not dukes, probably duchesses and stuff. They get like little tiaras and shit, yeah. So the lesser down you are in the elite team. Here is the Queen when she appeared in the biggest audience after the Beatles, yeah. Now, and here is Ford. I'm sure everybody is cheering him. I'm sure everybody is cheering him. Bush. Did I say Ford? Bush. What a weird thing to do. Can you imagine that in 2025? Prince Philip going to King Charles going to Shea Stadium and everyone turning out to clap or whatever the fuck they do. Now, ladies, I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. A zigga zigga? Yes. What exactly is that? He doesn't know. No, I don't. Is it a gay thing? Oh, dear, Charles. Yes, it's a gay thing, Charles. Obviously. Right, let's have a... Am I trans investigating? I tell you what I want, what I really, really want. No, I can't believe Baby Spice, Emma Bunton, right? She looks like a girl. And Ginger Spice, it is sad, isn't it? Sporty Spice, Mel, and Victoria Beckham. I wondered if she's gone like the rest. What happens, right? All pop stars or women like of money at a certain age, right? Their lips turn into like the gut of the Michelin Man, just two big fuck off, like rubber rings in swimming pools. You know them things? go like that. Massive, like massive. It's quite embarrassing. I think she's gone down that same road as well. Sad, isn't it? So invariably, this is what happens to all the royals. They say that they're important. They put them in churches. For years, people will be standing next to them saying, the Lady Book of Evil. This is how to be evil. Basically, you can learn how to be satanic-like by copying the philosophies of Margaret Thatcher. Yeah, kill them all. This was fucking strange. Did you see this? Is this a bit much? I hope not. Anyway, the funeral of Lady Di. Yeah, I missed it myself because I went to work because I couldn't handle it. It was just really not my thing. I don't like funerals. There's no bouncy castles. So there's that. So everybody was bawling and fucking crying in Britain. I couldn't even go to the chip shop without people like crying behind the counter serving me chips. Their tears on my chips. I want salt and vinegar, not Lady Di fucking tears. I mean, it was ridiculous. It's ridiculous, the state of Britain. 10 squillion flowers in Kensington Palace. She didn't even fucking live there. She was off in the fucking Mediterranean with Dodie making fucking little Arab babies. That's why they... Anyway, I don't want to go on about what happened to her, but what I will bring to your attention is the high strangeness of the sons during the funeral. He's like, well, it would have been nice to have known you. And he's like, I bet you were really, really nice. Didn't get to see you too much. And there's a brother. He did a little speech after Elton John done his Candle in the Whirlwind thing. It seems to be... Here's an awkward moment for the Queen. Yeah. Look how he's bunching there, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, you're in your swimsuit. I can see your... Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that's new. She looks very British, doesn't she? Isn't it funny how the British existential look of big horse-like teeth and a big conch looks a bit like conky and teethy? Here she is. Let's have a look at Queen Vic. I quite like her. She liked the split. She liked the curry. She liked brown people as well because she had a thing going on with an Indian. Did you know about that? And a Scottish guy as well, Billy Connolly. She wanted to see what was under his kilt. But listen, she was years on her own without Albert. So there's that. She had a dinky little crown there, didn't she? Oh, God love her. The most powerfulest woman to have ever lived, according to the historical narrative. Here she is. All dressed in black because she was mourning. Apparently you went in there and she was like, just, Albert's dead. It's like, that was 25 years ago, man. Albert's dead. Do you want a curry? Yeah, have you got any of them bifters? Like, come in, man. She liked a bit of opium, I bet, as well. There's a lot of that flying around. Her eyes look a bit red, don't they? But let's just say she'd been working hard, writing her memoirs, because I can imagine that royal people, in a pretty summer dress, I can imagine that royal people write beautifully. They have nice paper. Yeah, and I tell you what, if you've got a nice pen and paper, it just flows and you just do beautiful writing. I used to practice creative writing. I reckon I could be a really good graphologist and tell people's character by their handwriting, nasty jagged D's and stuff. It's like they're a bit psycho. So I'm not going to tell you all my graphology secrets, guys, because that would be giving my codes away. So here she is, the Queen. Okay. Funnily enough, she served in the war. And as you can see, she's driving an ambulance. She drove an ambulance in World War II, as you do. She worked on cars and all of that. But in a weird, that in World War I, roll back, that you've got Churchill and Adolf Hitler, like literally battling on the same sector. How fucking trippy would that have been if Churchill had accidentally killed Adolf Hitler? What would have happened? I bet you, and you can't even disprove this, that Churchill might have actually shot at Hitler on the other line. Now, wouldn't that have been trippy? I'm just saying that shit went down. Anyway, so yeah, she went off to war. They didn't put her in too much danger. I can't imagine bombs going off around her. She's the Queen and stuff, or the princess. So let's have a look at the royal family. Oh, look at them all. My God, they have ugly babies. I'm not I know what you're saying. Oh, it's got a lovely little quiff. It looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid. It looks like a 40-year-old man. It looks very much like Queen. She's like, oh God, it's ugly. Queen Victoria's like, oh, it's not all that bad. It's like, you're always stoned though, Your Highness. And look how dashing he is. Kaiser Wilhelm. I mean Nicholas. I mean George. Because you can't really tell them apart because they're all doppelgangers for one another. Almost as if they're the same dude. Really spookily. This is what we used to have as leaders. Can you imagine Sausage Fingers getting his hands on a fucking M16? It ain't gonna happen. He's too busy squirting fucking water at fucking tropical plants. That's what we need. We need the Queen back on a machine. Ooh. Now let's forget all the eyes wide shut stuff for a minute, guys. Okay, and the Lord Mountbatten stuff and all of that. Let's just forget about that. And let's just think, Princess Margaret was a bit of a looker. She was. She had a thing going on with Llewellyn, remember that photographer? Handsome chap. They had a right old steamy sesh. And why wouldn't you? She's a beautiful lady. But all of that, controversy about the photographs that got robbed in the safe. You ever seen the film Sexy Beast? It's not in that film. Yes, it is. So you're there. Like I said, it's a funny club. You ain't in it. Okay, thank fuck. And it's all to do with tossing the caber and kilts. They're all in tartan, I notice. Rod Stewart, he creeps me out. I don't even know. So do you know why she lived to 100? Scotch whiskey. Get it done, your Gregory Peck, she said. So here's one of the Illuminati's later. She's a talented young lady. Lady Gaga, isn't she? Isn't that a curious name? So she's getting the Order of the Eastern Star. You can see that she's doing the Masonic handshakey. And satanic rituals, witchcraft, sorcery is being performed in front of you, but you're so blinded that you can't see the forest of trees. Well, that's someone being interrogative. I didn't write that comment, but yeah, so true is they're doing rituals straight in front of you with it all. So yeah, oh God love us. So they used to go in there and they used to replace her blood with the blood of virgins and I don't know if that's true. She used to go into hospital really unwell. And I'm not saying she had any blood transfusions, but check out her, ooh, God almighty. I wouldn't argue with that nurse, would you? Nurse fucking kill you. But yeah, so there's the Freemasonic connection. And, oh, a lovely little pentagram. I'm sure nothing harmful's going on. So here's Charles doing an effort at doing some industrial espionage. I mean, some business deals. World Economic Forum set up in 1992. Havel and Schwab. I think Schwab's definitely retired from the game, apparently. He's gone off to wherever they're gone. So yeah, this happened when the Queen died, but they did an accidental newscast. Queen's eldest son charge automatically becomes queen. Freudian slip. This was spooky. So Duchess Kate wore exactly the same dress as Rosemary Baby in the movie. You know, where she gave birth to Satan. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? So that was probably an unhealthy thing to say. I can't stand that guy that interviewed her. I don't know why he gets away with it for him to interview me. Bashir. He interviewed her and she says they're not human. So, fuck me. What do you mean by that exactly, guys? Like they're not human. Like lizards. They eat mice. Like V. So yeah, jest. Look, there's the etymology behind it. A joke, a witty remark, a witticism, a banter remark, a piece of good-natured ridicule, a taunt, or sport or fun is to jest. And you get jest equals jester, which is a joker. Which you get majesty. Tells you right there. Also, with the etymology of monarchy. You know, the monarch is a clear MK Ultra operation, as we know. And the Queen really, really liked pork pies. That's another reason she lived so long. And you probably don't know what pork pies are in other countries. They're nice with a bit of mustard. Ooh, French mustard. So let's have a look at the jaw on. Let's have a look at Lady Di, shall we? So yeah, I seen her opening Splot Leisure Centre. Waited ages, we did. After the bomb squad had fucked off, and the drug squad and everything else, they arrived. And it's a long story. You just have to take my word for this. And they were a funny couple, them tennis stars, Chris and Evett Lloyd. I always wondered about them. They're supposed to be married. They were like the fucking crankies. She's like, oh, you're pretty. Where are you from? Africa. Oh, yes. I don't think we own that one yet. Because basically, she got her face on the money and owns a good portion of the world even then. But don't worry. 40s are coming. We're going to set up the Israeli state and Pakistan, and everything will be different then. So here they are, the British. Let's have a look. You got Boudicca. Okay, that's not allowed anymore, that Union Jack. Watch it, Ginger. Okay. Yeah, it's not favourable. Union Jacks. So these are trippy, aren't they? They named them after the famous MASH yeoman. And yeomen of the guard. And if you fuck with them, right, listen, this is true as well. Fuck with one of these and see what happens. See that spear? Yeah. That's exactly right. You get bayoneted, so you can't mess. The Queen and the royals got an awesome army, like the Swiss guard got the Vatican. So this is what the British do, yeah? This is what the British became amazing at, is drinking tea, so having a cup of tea, and a spliff. Yeah. So everything in history, I don't care what they say, everything in history has been connected with ganja. No, it has. It has. In fact, I think that the British government should go back into Afghanistan, have a word with the Taliban about securing the black hash for Britain for the future. In fact, that should be our new taunt. We want stronger weed and we want it now. Yeah. Okay. That should be our never mind Kieran Zawanka. Never mind that. Yeah, we want better weed and we want it now. So yeah, she's popular, isn't she? They didn't like her very much. So yeah, bone china made by the bones of dead people. Yeah. Fucking hell, he's doing the Onassis. They all go a bit gangster, don't they? Have you noticed that? He literally looks like he could have you bumped off. He looks like Don Corleone. They all do the Onassis, don't they? The sunglasses, the Mediterranean, I'm drinking in cans. Look. Yeah. Oh, she's lovely, she is, Camilla, though. Yeah, look at this. This is breakfast. 8 in the morning. All big, massive, fatty cakes and stuff. You know where all the cakes go to, don't you? What happens when you eat loads and loads of cakes? Huh? Who ate all the cakes? Who ate all the cakes? And a nice cup of tea. So, yeah, this is what happens. So, say we invade a country. Yeah, this is what we used to do in the past. Look, here's Queen Elizabeth. Yeah, she knows all about it. And then we literally assure the population, yeah, that only bad people will get killed, which is good. Okay, so we will decide who is bad. See, if I was the king, I definitely have a slip with this. So yeah, so they got the power to make you a sir or a lord or some of this stuff. So here's the king, yeah, Brian Mayin. It's like, who are you again? I'm the guitarist with Queen. Queen? That's my mother. Yes, we named a band after him. Is that with that Freddie guy? Is he still about? No, he died of AIDS. Did he? Oh, bloody hell, that's bad, isn't it? They have no idea what's happening in contemporary society. I've seen the Queen in one of those walk-bys going up to Eric Clapton and saying, are you a musician? He's like, yeah, I'm Eric Clapton. He's like one of the biggest musicians in the fucking world, and she don't even know who he is. They have no idea. So the end is nigh. No, the end is high. Oh, you're beautiful, aren't you? Yeah, My name is Walter. Is Victor Mature? No, not you. You are pretty, aren't you? You're a big girl. You're at least a size 18, aren't you? Yeah, she was a big girl, Marilyn Monroe, wasn't she? Freaking up. But they liked him big in them days. Really, really big. Anyway, so fucking hell. Good job you got yours that are massive to keep the crown on. Otherwise, that would be down. Oh, God love him. I feel sorry for him. All our money weighing him down. Yeah. We need money. So, Charles, this would be good. King Charles. We just have a sip of tea, like as British people do. Put my little finger up as well. And make a statement to the king. And by Flat Earth British, have you got this? Secret Service? Sweet. So, can you go in and dissolve Parliament? A bit like the English Civil War, yeah? Take control, hand it all over to me. Too much? Don't worry. I think it's a brilliant idea. So here is Mother's Day for elites. And where are they from? They're from Tottenham. Tottenham? Oh my God, that sounds frightful. Is it a place? Yeah, it's in London. Don't stare at anyone from Tottenham. You will get infected. Infected with what? Tottenhamitis. So yeah, she won. She won. She like literally won. So it's not very sexy, is it? It's like nothing. All them women is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women. It's really unsexy. It's not like the. Oh my God, it's Gollum. Let's have a look. What's this? My precious. God, what happened to it? Have you ever seen Count Dracula movie when he's got that big beehive with the thing in the middle? Yeah, the really good version of Count Dracula. My God, Wallis Simpson. That is, she married or got an entire monarchy to collapse. But she's too gracious. She don't even look at her. You should just look straight through her like she's not even there. That's why she's wincing in such a nature. I'm just seeing if she's got any breasts. Doesn't appear to have any. So that's it. Shove it in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It tastes like, what is it? It's called food. You know, you don't usually eat real food. What's it called? Allergies. They're giving us some allergies. That's what happened. See these? Not allowed. Alan snack bar. Oh, look at this. Let's have a look at Kate. She's having a bad day. The morning doobs are just wearing off. It's getting up to tea time. She's starting to melt like a fucking ice cream. The fever's got her. She's like, oh my God. Get me back. I need a bathroom. She's filling up again. She's okay now. She just come back from the bathroom. All is Irie again. Yeah. Now she's going to get through the next 4 hours until the next Topper-Rooney. So is the nature of ruling things. They're poor. They give us money. They give us a third of their wages. They work 4 months a year for us for nothing. And they give us all of that money. And then we can come and watch tennis. Oh, God, they're stupid, aren't they? Yes, they're so stupid. What are they, Daddy? They're called planes. The reason we're looking at this, it's not because she looks like she's sucking a mint, which she probably is look at the size on this guy's gavin. What the fuck? He must be super intelligent. Look at that. Look at that head. Oh my God. What is his hat size? Equator. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the princes and princesses of the past. Now, Prince Qajar of Persia was actually apparently a very beautiful princess. And Prince Helen of Greece. Hang on a minute. Queen Louise of... Oh my God. What? First Lady Patricia Nixon and Happy Rockefeller, God Almighty, and Lady Lou Hoover, Andrew and Audrey Kellogg. Is that the guy who invented bromide in a cereal so that men couldn't get an anti-masturbatory cereal? Which is why I never ever have cornflakes. And Girl Scout cookies. No, Girl Scout Robert Mead. Okay, chairman. It's not my realm. Here's Queen Elizabeth looking like she's going to get on a bit. And, oh, God, love her. I like her because she's Welsh, isn't she? She like literally takes no shit. She literally has everyone bumped off. Yeah. This is why, literally, yeah. This is why the world was in order. It's because the British put it in fucking order. I know it was all to shit, guys, and I don't like any of it really in my heart. But at the end of the day, I don't like what's going on now, one bit. So here is sexy time. She's like, you know that's improper to rub that against me. And he's like, I'm Clint Eastwood. She's like, oh yeah. It's like the same happens with John Travolta. Now remember, you work for me. You're just a plant. I'm a plant, yeah, and you don't work for me. Smell my finger. Now, I tell you what, pull my finger. Oh, that old chestnut. Can't do that in here, mate. Pull my finger. So this is the way they think of us. This is what they were doing in the past. This shit just keeps going on, reset after reset. There's a reset happening now. Okay, so this is what happens with a change of monarchy. So with a change of monarchy, so we did have the German monarchy came in sometime in the early 1800s. As you know, the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas are the House of Hanover. And as far as I know, Hanover is in Germany. Anyway, but there's the Anglo-Saxons. The Saxons are Saxon. Yeah, the Angles are further east. But anyway, whatever. So the original Britons were not obviously them. Anyway, so there was basically the overriding of the Tartarian legacy and sovereignty. They changed the harmonic frequency of the realm. With that, the language. They changed the language using the King James Version of the Bible, which gave us the English that we know today, full of spells, as you know. So King James made two killer books, yeah, King James Bible and demonism, book on demons. So there's that. Anyway, and guess what else? A calendar shift. Isn't that amazing? Every time there's a change in a new monarchy come in, they have a new, in this case, a new language, a new realm, if you like, a new calendar, and a change of frequency for the entire realm. Who is doing this? Well, I think it's the Phoenicians. Now, these are obviously Richard Burton, who's Welsh, and his wife Elizabeth Taylor, but they are not amused with the people, really. They're just consuming, they're in charge, and everyone's working for them, and everyone is below them, so let them eat grass. This is what kicked off the French Revolution, but again, that was psyoped, out with one boss, in with the other boss. They control both sides. They control the opposition. They control it all, because anything unsanctioned is unfavorable and never works out. So, yeah. I was thinking of doing a massive flat Earth meet. Thousands of flat Earthers. That was my idea. I think I'll do that. Somewhere big enough to hold everybody. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So here's the Queen when she came to Cardiff to Llandaff Cathedral. I didn't go, but people did turn up in the old days. I went down to see the Pope and that. Friday, my second favourite F word. True. Right. Come here. This is her lady in waiting, because they just do whatever. Go and fetch her, fill a pipe, roll a spliffs, and come here and stare at my picture of Albert with me. So look. Wasn't he handsome? Yes, he was very handsome, Mum. Wasn't he the handsomest man in the world? Yes, Mum, he was the handsomest man in the world. He's been dead 25 years, Mum. I know that. I'm mourning. Bring me that nice-looking Asian gentleman that keeps coming in. Bring me those tiffins of curry. Get him. And some more of that stuff that I was smoking this morning. It's wearing off. and my one eye is literally looks like it's going to fall out. Anything else, Mum? No, that will do. I rule the world. Yes, you rule the world. No, I do. Yeah, you do. There you go. Here's some Illuminatis together. We got Prince Charles, Lady Di. Looks like a Anopheles. No, we got Brian May of Queen, Roger of Queen, and the guy that ran away with all of Michael Hutchins' millions, probably. It's a rat trap, baby, and you being caught. Smelled off. Knob smelled off. So here we are when we rule the world. Look, we are kings and queens, right? All in ermine and diamonds and shit. And everybody else, right? Yeah, just did shit for you. Chow Wallers, roll me up a spliffers. Here's Queen Mary. George, everyone's going to die soon because we're British. But look, in India, we had the Vandals to deal with. Yeah, they killed 1 million of their own people. They have all of these weird cults going on, Sabbateanism, and all of these other strange, where they go off with like big fucking scimitars on like crazy raping binges. Yeah, you need to keep that stuff in check, guys, worldwide. Yeah, chemical castration. Here's the Queen. She's gone off to see what the pharaohs look like. This one's partially closed. She's like, oh, is that all it is? It's like, yeah, it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Well, I'm afraid this is a really important bit of antiquity, madam. Well, it's not very impressive. It's not very impressive. So here's Lady Di. Let's have a look. She got hair like a nuclear bomb. She's got her hair like Margaret Thatcher. Dun, dun, dun. Let's move on. So British culture. So apparently, even with the insufficient story for the monarchy and government itself is insufficient. No, I really mean it. This building here is the Houses of Parliament. There was another Houses of Parliament that apparently stood there and was burnt down within the age of photography, but there's no photographs to prove this happened. The most important building in the entire British Empire, and they couldn't catch one fucking photograph of it burning down. And then apparently this Palace of Westminster, including Big Benwich, shits out of nowhere in the 1850s. And if you investigate it yourself, which you can, insufficient evidence with the building of this building. It's just there again. And it is old, and it's Mudflood attributed, so it's old. So I think this is an older world and a cover story, along with the monarchy, along with our civilization. This thing here, all of the bas reliefs around the Albert Hall are all Phoenician. Again, they say this went up with, opposite the Victoria Memorial. This is so the Victoria Memorial looks pretty ancient. They could have just repurposed, renamed, like what they did with this, which I think is an older building. Again, unsatisfactory with the photographs that they give us for the building of the Albert Hall. It shits out of nowhere, and then it's just there. I always like going past there on the bus and looking at that place. It was always interesting to me. Cheapside. Well, the Cheapside doesn't look like that anymore, and this building does actually still exist, this temple. But you can see they don't actually do like left and right traffic. It's every man for himself. But the world was there, and this was the most bustling city in the world, apparently. And there's the Queen Victoria Memorial opposite the Albert Hall. One of these chi generating machines. So yeah, old London, 1800s. London Bridge is falling down. Have you listened to the words to that? Well, the end couple of verses about building it up on children's bones, very sinister. All of these nursery rhymes, they start out like anemic enough, and then they turn into like gruesome horror movies by the end. All of them. Oh, what nice teeth you have. All the better to eat you with. What? Hansel and fucking Gretel. It's all very sinister, isn't it? Teaching these things. It's like there's something really bad going to happen. Teach kids like the bogeyman. Really bad people out there. It's like, if you're putting that into their head, they're going to literally manifest it. If you didn't bother, I'm sure they just live in a safe world. This is what it's like. If you go out there with the intention that something's going to happen to you, something will happen to you if you're thinking it. If you go out into the world with the, just knowing that like nothing can fucking bother you, you're a magical human being. We were all like Superman, Supergirl, guys. We were. And then something happened. We had all magical powers. Not long ago. So here's Westminster, covered in coal soot, I should think, but it's covered in shit. So that one's got a clock on it there, and there's something, a little portal there, but not a clock. But again, old world building. Apparently you've got to be a king to be coronated in there, on top of the Stone of Skune. So Victorian London, as you can see, chaos, bustling industry, the busiest stocks in the world, everything, all that trade pouring in. Look at this old world building. Victorian, they saw. So why build the first story up in the air, out of the way of everything? Look at these windows. So yeah, the Empire and all the stuff they skanked, they brought back, and they ended up in these little barrels and stuff, little nuggets from all over the world, bits of spices, lovely things. So that's the embankment. It looks like it's recently been finished there, but no lanes for traffic, just every man for himself on the embankment of the Thames. And this is, I think, Somerset House, which is quite very impressive old world building. So there's the stone of Skune. So to be a king, or coronated, or a queen, you've got to sit on that stone. So there's like something magnetic or anomaly, maybe something along those lines with that stone. I don't know. But you can't be a king or a queen unless you're standing on there. Then they have a load of pomp and ceremony, stick a crown on your head, and then you rule everything. The army, the land is yours. You own like the Commonwealth and everything else. Government, everything becomes yours. There's one of those, again, look. All over the country, these things. It's a technology part of the old world grid. Harmonics. Yeah, I felt it in Glastonbury. There was one I was sitting and literally felt a charge, felt high off of it. So yeah, what happened with this bridge is we sold it to America, and it's now crossing a river in Arizona. Strangest place in the world for the London Bridge to end up, by the way. But they thought that apparently the narrative is they thought they were buying Tower Bridge. So can we buy London Bridge? Thinking they're getting that one. Like, yeah, sure. We'll deliver it over boats. They took that down and delivered it. It makes no sense. I don't think that's true. Buckingham Palace. Pulled out. I was delivering stuff even a lot of years ago, working with a mate. And there's a big long wall on the side of Buckingham Palace. And we only pulled up to check the A to Z of London. And like literally, police just poured out of everywhere. It's like, all right, we're just checking the fucking map. He said, check it elsewhere, not here, because we was in a van. I'm guessing he was thinking things. But yeah, shit hot security. Wow. They were there in a second flat. So that is City of London. That doesn't nothing to do with Britain, just like Washington, D.C. is another state. And there's another city of London. This is Babylon. This is Babylon the Great. This is all of the center of finance for the world, really, because stock exchange. And the pound, even though Britain is fastly becoming a third world nation, the pound is still the strongest currency. Sort of. So yeah, here's a big Norman round tower. A tower, a white tower, which is in the Tower of London, which is where they used to like pull your toenails out and give you Chinese burns if you didn't do as you're told. So this is Trafalgar Square minus the people. It's early in the morning, maybe. I don't know. Weird, isn't it? Where is everybody? Where's the pigeons? Usually millions of pigeons. What's going on? Trafalgar Square minus pigeons minus people. Okay. The pigeons are all in bed. It's literally Pigeon-mageddon in Trafalgar Square, guys, like millions of them. So there's that. So how many people have I got watching? So yeah, happy Friday. Welcome to Flat Earth British. It's been a busy week. 400 of you watching. Thanks for being here. Much love to you all. Thank you, Dwight. One more woman to see. I don't know what any of that is. Again, ow, it hurt my head. Try and read there. Dziękuję to Poland. It's Marianne, who I seen this week in the funky social, Flat Earth Social, which was absolutely wicked. I'll show you a little bit of that at the end of this. So there's inside these Gothic churches. Just that's where all the taxpayers' money goes. This is the Bank of England. It was part of a bigger, older Romano-Greco complex that was apparently torched. There are paintings of such the affair, but no photographs of the destruction, and it was rebuilt. This bit here is still there. You can see the windows blocked off. This is a massive building inside the Bank of England. This bit up here, I think that was designed by Inigo Jones, who designed a lot of this Victorian stuff, or I should say Sir Christopher Wren period stuff. So there it is, Houses of Parliament, massive towers these, though. You should see them, guys. And that's a lot bigger than you think it was. Yeah. How many times have you seen that blown up in movies? I know, happens all the time. And the White House as well, Capitol building. And the Kremlin, always in Mission Impossible movies. They all happen a lot. But never suppose. So, yeah. No people around, hardly. A few farmers. Anyway, moving on. I love these antiquitech devices. I have sat here. I have sat near this Victoria Memorial. I remember doing it. Anyway, so the Empire of Britain does spread far. So apparently, the British colonials, or a load of convicts they sent out, built this massive Tartarian city of Melbourne. It is just Tartarian. There's even Moorish influence. Why would they build something so big? It looks like that one we see in Chicago that got dismantled. Just massive. People talking outside. There's a kid on there, on the rose thing, isn't there? He's trying to escape. What the fuck is that? What's he doing up there? So that's the Melbourne house. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Standing on the rose thing. Get him down. Tell him off. So that's Prince's Bridge in Melbourne. Very nice old world, all copper domes. It looks a bit Italian. Never mind Australian. Whoa. Size of that. So yeah, insane size architecture from Melbourne, and the whole narrative. I'm sure you've watched Campbell's channel many a time, and he talks about this quite a bit, being from this fair country, but it's just the same buildings, isn't it? Worldwide. That could be in London. View from Melbourne, Australia. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. So yeah, they shit that out of nowhere, like really quick. They didn't even like sort of discover it till Australia, like apparently late 1700s. They get everyone in and all these massive buildings. Who are they expecting to populate it? We got a whole new land. It's empty. We're building all this stuff on it. What, like a massive continent? I mean, a massive continent. All there is Aborigines running around. No cities, no nothing. Like the whole thing's empty. Same narrative for America, isn't it? We went there was loads of Indians with wigwams and no civilization, so we built it all. Why didn't they build a clock then? That's weird. Look at that. Empty. Not too much population, and there looks to be, weirdly, if you look at the street, excuse me, open sewerage. that looks like. Open sewerage. It's a drainage ditch of some sort, which is really weird. They do get floods in Melbourne, so maybe that's it. Maybe it is just that drainage ditch. But the size of these things. It's that same old living architecture, isn't it? Kelly sometimes seems like she's on amphetamines. No, Alaska Raven, that's just Kelly. She just gets jolly excited. And I think cannabis works a lot better with Kelly than the rest of us. I don't know. I like it. I love it. So there's that. And Camp. Camp's awesome. Flinders Street Railway Station. Oh, yeah, this looks very Moorish. And it's pretty set. Looks a lot like St. Pancras. And even that one in Tokyo that I looked at a week ago. Thank you, Rachel Osborne. She does get excited. It's good to be excited. She should be excited. She should be excited for the future, guys. She should be dreading shit. She should be excited as fuck. I'm excited. I'm thinking about all the things that I could do. Well, you know, I'm thinking like, wow, I could like literally organize, because I have the capability to do, like a really, really massive flat earth British meetup and like get like 1,000 people. I got a card. Some guy gave me a card for a band. He said he would play music for me, and I could get other bands and have proper music and everything is my fantasy. So I think I might do that. What do you think? You are excited. It's the best way to be. Look at this massive Tartarian thing. They're always the universities, isn't it? Oh, wow. Quite impressive is Melbourne with this size of architecture. It's just insane. They had the first electric trams in the world as well. All the way down under or over there. Ooh, exhibition. They had exhibition as well. Sweet. That's what it's all looked like, really. All these are old buildings. This is just bullshit. The narrative they give us, it just makes no sense to man or beast. Anyway, let's have a think about this. I see something come up on Facebook, I think it was. But someone was saying about all of the huge bunkers that are under Denver Airport. And I thought, well, that makes sense. Been to Colorado, you can hardly breathe, it's so high. And apparently Denver is a mile-high city. So they build this really crazy fucking airport. Now, what I think is going on with this airport, I think that all the elites, if there was a tsunami or some sort of volcanic events, right, that they could get onto the highest plateau, you know, a mile-high city, Denver Airport, and get the bunkers underneath it. It's the safest place in the West easily is Pavonshire Mountain and all those places. It's under this. And they all of these trippy murals, apart from like, obviously it's built by the Freemasons, 1994, is they put these really heavily coded murals around the airport with spooky dystopian nightmares and armies and strangeness, and all of it is them, I think, the elites, telling you the way all this shit's going to be playing out. Look at this Kundalini thing going on here. And everyone's sort of worshipping this thing. Something like a spiritual event will happen. Something that nobody on earth could be able to deny. Wouldn't that be fantastic? So a Highland Scotsman, higher than you, with Dark Lady. All different peoples together. All right, there's nothing to a name going on there. Dolphins. We love dolphins. But they got this demon fucking horse outside with these eyes. It's got to be like, you know, it's not a good feeling you get off this horse. And, oh, right, okay. Did they put that there before or after the event? Frontline Heroes. So let's have a look. Is this Mud Piece? Oh, Mud Piece. Okay, let's have a look at some weird stuff going on here. All the peoples of the world. Loads and loads of guns. I see a Palestinian flag there with a gun sticking out of it. Union Jack and the Irish flag with a load of swords inside them. With two children holding them. Never seen that before. Two doves. Doves of peace. I wouldn't trust them. It's because they say it is. The Americans. And I don't know, is this the Mexicans? I don't know. Holding, again, a bundle of swords. So that is the Americans and the British there. I think that means like that we should control the world. Who else we got? Oh, they got bundles of knives and swords as well, the Pakistanis. Who else we got here? Don't know who they are. Is it the Finnish? Halafia? Don't know who that is. Oh, there's the Jews over there, the Arabs. Oh, they're in it together, they are. That's like begins the highly dialectic going. They both hate pork. They're both the same. It's all the same. It's like the devil and Christianity. You know, the devil's their best friend. No business without him. And it's the same dialectic with them as well. Yeah, without one, you don't get the business with the other. Bullshit, all of it. So, okay, the world's on fire. So we do get forest fires, had forest fires. They've got a bird of paradise, which is in a cube. Orchids. What else? So yeah, in another cube is a penguin, and she looks alarmed, and a whale. Trippy. See what I mean? This was also one that was put up during 2021, I guess, which is really trippy. So yeah, predictive programming. So what is this thing? It looks like it's a plant, and everyone is touching it. The energy fields off of it, and it's like being manifested or something. And everyone's like, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. What is it? What a strange thing. Or is this them putting LSD in the water supply? Anyway, what a strange thing to put on, on top of this airport is this giant horse. Okay, I get they have horses in Colorado, and he's got demonic eyes. What? This makes no sense. So there it is, but underground, yeah, even in the official narrative, they'll tell you there's huge bunkers under here. And I definitely think they would deliver them, but these is what I'm more concerned with, showing that these forest fires is really quite weird. There's a lot of predictive programming with these murals. So yeah, we're moving on anyway. Spooky Denver Airport. It's a place of elites. This had me quite shocked. Is this collection here? A place you don't think of much is the Azores, and they, as you know, they're mid-Atlantic, and they're the stopping off islands. If you're going to sail across the Atlantic, you're going to hit the Azores, okay, on the way to, say, the Caribbean. So it's been a place for ships to stop at and replenish their stocks of fresh water. This time immemorial. They got San Miguel, or St. Michael is their capital. So imagine, dig, middle of the Atlantic Ocean, okay, I guess in Spanish influence, but check out the architecture in this place. So obviously the ships come in because it's really important to get your water bunkers and some fresh stocks. And as you can see, there's quite a large city there on the Azores. And they got all this. So is it Spanish influence? I wouldn't have thought that any of this for the Azores. So they got like a proper city. And I thought it was just like the Galapagos Islands. Galapagos Island. I can't say that. Galapagos, I did say it right. So that's the Elise Whitey steamship coming in to replenish. So let's have a look at the streets of the Azores. Yes, they got the Azurean flag up. So what kind of things would they have? I'm guessing they would have nice drink like Madeira wine. And they would have nice tomatoes, palm trees, and palaces on the Azores. And Mudflood attributed sort of palaces. Dots in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay. So it's mad. Queen-owned land around near Denver Airport. That's interesting. If it's the same land.
And why have they got land in Colorado anyway? That's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it's always about the crown, though, isn't it? Always about the crown. Even the Novid was called Crown. Corona. Craziness. So they got like hot geysers there, I'm guessing. Hot steam, because it is volcanic island. Beautiful little church there. So somewhere, I guess, and you've never looked at before is the Azores. Have you seen the Azores before? It looks bloody beautiful there. I bet it is. Who was from the Azores was Jibby Jedi. Do you remember Jibby Jedi? Flat Earther died. He was from the Azores, and he looked a bit Portuguesey. Jedi. Jibby Jedi. That's the only person I've ever known from the Azores. But yeah, check out the buildings. So it's not exactly Skull Island. Big buttresses keeping up a wall. So big sort of engineering projects. There's all the ships coming in. So I've seen that one. It's got a large bay. That'd be nice to stay out of the Atlantic swells. Wow, really? It's beautiful there. Palm trees and really, really nice there. How many people will ever get to see the Azores? It's not, I don't think, well, planes do go there actually. Just huge vegetation. What's going on in there? It's like a steam thing. They're in a cave, aren't they? Something. Whoa, how long's that bridge been there, guys? That looks super old and ancient. So our first glimpse on Flat Earth British at the Azores, a dot in the Atlantic Ocean. Now these images are really cool. Samarra in Iraq. Now remember, all that trouble went on in Iraq. Well, Iraq has got all of this groovy architecture. And I want to draw some points to your attention while we look at them. Squirrel Snipers is giving you greetings, beautiful souls from across the pond and under the same skies, in the same realm, at the same moment, loving on one another, having a love fest. They don't want that, so what they want is you going, wah, wah, call a wambulance. That's what they want. They want you scared. They don't want you enjoying your life. So what do? Despite them, you live as long as you can and enjoy yourself. That's what you do. So yeah, these bits of antiquity are out in the desert. Now, for my thinking, right, is this. If it's from erosion of wind and stuff, then wouldn't it hit like the top first? And if it's also rain, maybe from sometimes, wouldn't it hit the top first? How come the erosion is always on the bottom? Because I think all of this got blasted off with like flood waters. But look at the size of these things. These Samara, excuse me, site. Tower of Babel. I would say this was, I bet you this was vortex in water. Helter Skelter. Bet you any money. The size of this thing, this is bricks. Mind blowing. Look at this. So there's doorways and windows, and that thing there that they're standing in front of is one giant brick dome. There must be 1 million bricks in there. Can you imagine what is in it, guys? Can you imagine? There could be some special Vimana tech in there. You don't even know. Look at that, though. Just have a look at this here. Whoa, enough brickage. So there's a bit of decoration up there, look. But yeah, wow, that is being completely zapped through time, isn't it? Look at the state of it. But 1 million bricks, whoa. Whew. I wonder what happened. It looks really, really like messed up, doesn't it? Looks a bit zapped, if anything. Like a really, really powerful bomb. Jesus. Oh, yeah. So Iran's got some really interesting antiquities. Probably a good reason to why they went there in the first place. First place they start was the Iraqi Baghdad Museum. So you nick some of their Sumerian shit. They needed, like, literally loads of infinity stones. It's like a Famos. Whoa, look at this thing. I have seen maps of this in the past. It looks just like Nineveh or even Babylon. And it's got a tower similar to Babylon as well. But wow, can you imagine the size of this civilization when it was up and running? The size of that arch. Why? So big. But it really got the appearance like it's been underwater or something. That's what I get. That's the buzz I get. It's like being underwater. And the water receded. Took some of the joints out. Left enough in because it's all concrete. It's got volcanic ash in it, and it's got loads of gypsum in it. It's very pliable. They lay this stuff in the wet. It's just not like what they use in the modern day for composition. It's far superior, but they do use it in this brickwork. But it's washed out. It's not like you're going to come and repoint it. Can you imagine trying to repoint that? Nice contract. Good work if you can get it. Wow, it's just gone. Zapped. Whatever it was. Got zapparoonied. Meltage. Nimrod was a giant. Well, maybe that's why these are so big. From the world of Nimrod, indeed. But it does look mudfloody as well. The size of them over there, and they got like these indentations like you get in Puma Punko. Let's have a look at that. Very similar. Something slotted in there and in there. Ooh. I bet it was like, you ever seen the film with Vin Diesel? What is that? Them films, Point Blank, when the guy can't see. Oh, what are them films called? Really good. Riddick. And you get them necromancers, yeah, in Riddick. Their world looks like this world. I imagine they're like, that's what it was like. But that's just me tripping up, but that's what I'm thinking. But Riddick was an all right film. I didn't actually mind that. Vin Diesel's not that bad. Sheep. Ooh. I'm Welsh. Hide them. Right. Let's have a look. Wow, something is definitely missing from these. I wonder what this structure was. My God. Just madness. Well, they've all got like a little indentation in there, and there's something blitzed out of all of them. Wow. One can only imagine the advanced technology behind these. And whatever could have happened. That looks like machining right there. Huh. Well. They do get earthquakes in Iran, but these seem to have stood up through most of them. I wouldn't attribute earthquakes to this. All right. Everything's all right over there in the desert. Some shiny moskage going on. Again, with the bottom bit all punched out, like water eroded. Like there's literally the line there, you can see. Floodwater. Euphrates and the Tigris both flooded this region with a giant tsunami or a giant salami, depending on which way you're thinking. The phone keeps clicking. The size of that for a wall. From all of that ancient time ago, they say. Squillion bricks. Jeez. They've got like a fence all the way around it. I wonder why. Like a Faraday cage, is it? Well, give them. They have pretty stuff. Give them that. They got air conditioning as well before it got invented. Sorted. The rest is just unbelievably messed up. This tower has survived though, haven't it? But we don't know how big it is. Yes, we do. Wow. That is super big. How high they've gone up there. Wow, okay. It's quite big, isn't it? Shit. I bet the view is fantastic. Long ago, when knights were bold, they did what they were told. I was too brave to spare the women and children. So, yeah, man. That's what's happening now. There's a whole new paradigm coming. Martin's coming. Never mind the English are coming. Martin's coming. It's going to save you all. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really groovy. Okay. Yeah, so that's a massive trippy site, that is, isn't it? Looks bloody hot. He's getting in the shade there. She doesn't cook in the 50-degree temperature. I find this weird, right? It was in 1880s, right? So this is the massive capital of Turkey, Ankara. But in 1880, it's not a massive city. It's a load of shitty ruins. A load of ruins. And there's no city like Ankara. Yeah, it's just the capital of Turkey now, apparently. So they've got these massive Neolithic type stone affairs. Look at this. And look at these things here with the holes in them. So it's repurposed stuff, is it? From other buildings. Trippy, isn't it? And you can see they literally they have done that. They have done that. Look, you can see sills or lintels or bits of a building that have been put in. This walls made out of other buildings. Maybe it was what was there before it was zapped. Okay, let's have a look what we got here. Townage. Okay, well, what's that? What is that? Termite mounds, is it? Stones. They're all stones. It's a weird thing to have in the middle of a town. Not gravestones, are they? What is it? It's just wreckage. It's crazy, Brandon. I don't know what to think, mate. Whoa, look at that. Jesus. No, that looks like from the that should be in Babylon or something. That is super ancient. Wow. So yeah, that's Ankara. Obviously, it's a big metropolis in the modern day, but back in the day, it was just that walled enclosed city. Not much going on at all. A bit like Las Vegas, but they did have that big wall thing. What are these? Standing stones. They definitely look like they've been man-made or something. This one's all mottled. I don't know. They look dressed. They remind me of Karnak in France. The standing stones, magnetic anomaly stones, follow ley lines. It's really unusual. I don't know what to make of that. The wall's fantastically big, though, isn't it? Wow, look at that column, old world. This is Turkey. Mid-Turkey. It's out towards Iran and Iraq, though, but wow. There's all grass on top. Wow, a little bit of the old world left there. Floodwaters, I would say, for sure. I'd say it was for all of these cases. So that's all there are available of Ankara, but it's a good little insight to that there's not much going on, 100 years ago. So history repeating. So yeah, the changing paradigm in Britain now is avenues full of flags and favourable flags. They like rainbowy colours and stuff. I don't know. It's vile anyway. So what you get is, because we're like in some sort of communist dictatorship, which communism's not really any different from National Socialism. It's all the same caper. What you do, mind control the population with flag waving. Now, this is the Nuremberg rallies. Adolf Hitler, yeah, he walks up there and he like flicks his hair like that, like a rock star, yeah. Where did they all go to the toilet? Where? This is big. This is like Glastonbury, yeah. This is not Oasis playing right now. Yeah, this is Adolfsky. Where is the toilets? I want to time travel just to find that fact out alone, guys. Never mind the rest. I wouldn't even go back and try and assassinate Hitler. What for? So here you are, drones. They got drones today, haven't they? Everyone turned right Nazi. He did it, blasphemer. They're like that in there now. So everyone's like gone, not everyone, but a lot of people have gone like culty. And here they are, obebos, to do whatever they're told with the new regime that is rolling in Britain, which is an Ottoman takeover. And it's happened. British people don't seem to be too comfortable and happy with all of that, though, I've noticed. Getting really uncomfortable at the moment, especially when you piss off the mothers. Don't piss off the mothers, Britain. That's it. That's talking World War there. So, yeah, they're having a think now. It's like, what we need to do is take over the world so we can bring law and order. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Where did you get that from, Führer? I'm copying the British business model. They invented these things called concentration camps. Oh, they sound interesting, boss. What are they? Well, we get loads of people. We concentrate on them. Oh, right. Sounds glamorous enough. Oh, look at all that fine food and beer. And you get like buxom Florines come over with big jugs of beer and give them to you. So you can see why they lost the war, though, can't you? Yeah. No, I'm just not being funny. If you are German, I love you very much. I'm German name myself, but I could duff them up. Anyway, they are the elites anyway. They're not going to be hard, are they? They're not all built like brick shit houses. They're politicians and gangsters. How can we steal more stuff? I want a country with more drugs. I want stronger drugs. I want to take over the world. I want a little piece of this and a little piece of that, and we'll share it out later with the jabs. And here he is, back in the days. He was apparently he was a runner, which means you get a message because the radio's been cut, and you run across the battlefield with every bastard shooting at you. So apparently it was one of the bravest things you could do on the battlefield. And the dog, who's the dog next to? Yeah, because he loves his vibe. Yeah, they had a regimental dog. There you are. So yeah, they were all in the trenches together. I'm sure there was no homosexuality taking place in the trenches of the First World War with these gentlemen. I doubt it very much. I'm sure that they went to the city and met good, wholesome, healthy women. So, how are you enjoying your holiday? So this is terrible, isn't it? This is Himmler going to visit, apparently, a concentration camp. But they're not looking as emaciated as the movies do portray at this stage. Apparently someone spat at him or flicked something in his something. We don't know what it was. We're not going into details. So yeah, this is what happens. So you get like millions of people that all go in the same cult. Okay, you know, let's all do what everyone else is doing because you can't think for your fucking self. But this guy, he's like, yeah, I'm not feeling it, guys. You suck. It's not about you anyway. So there's that. So this is where we're at. We've seen all this before in history. It's all playing out again in Britain. It's quite a shitstorm brewing. I want to know what's happening in the rest of these photographs, because I'm telling you what, guys, I'm always concerned about what's happening with the fourth wall. Yes, share Sven P. Is he in chat? Love you, my brother. We had a great time. Sven's my awesome brother. Awesome flat earth brother. Who's in chat, just modding up. So yeah, we get to hang out, all the gang, and we feel so lit and happy when we all get together. It's just something magical happens every time we all get together. It's like one big magical family. So I'm not sure what's going on here because the rest of the picture is missing. He could be sat there by gunpoint. What an unusual picture. Where's the rest? I'd love to know what's going on. Let's have a look at these old fireplaces. Oh, pine cones, they'll fucking stink. And they spit. But in the back is, oh, it's Satan. Well, I think I might be tripping a bit, but it looks a bit devilly in the background. But we have a J, a 6, and a 7 and a 9. So J6, 7, 9, and PA, Pax Romana, don't know. But yeah, nice little horns there and eyes as well, just to complete it. So if you're sitting there thinking, wow, my fireplace looks proper evil, that's because it is. Can you see it, or is it just me? Hi, Nora. Good to see you. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, nice hand-ons. Hand-irons. So, yeah, crooks. Not criminals, although, yeah, but a church person has a crook in the past, yeah. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil because I got this big fuck-off crook, and I will smack you with it if you try anything funny, which is what they used to do, all these old monkeys in the past, priests and ting. So it's crystal. I think this thing lit up like a laser beam. I think you just zap somebody like a taser, if you like. Taser tech of the old world. This font in this church is surrounded by railings and that. Is it to protect it so no one, or is it something to do with that water? Welcome to the machine. Well. They came from the wells. They came from the water. This is really interesting. The Tartarians, or it's a bong. This is basically to deal with sewerage. In the modern day, you get these ponds that like these wheels go around squirting water on circular ponds, and then another one, and then another one, and then they pump it in the river. In the olden days, we had these massive pump houses. We've got one in Cardiff, and they're all highly decorated, repurposed Tartarian buildings. Absolutely fantastic, every one of them. And they closed them all down in favour of modern electric pumps. And these are just museum pieces now, but they are fantastic all over Britain. The pump houses. Tartaria technology. Right, let's have a look at the devolution of clothing in the past. So chicks in the 1875s on the beach had to wear all of this. Nothing showing because the sun would kill you. 1890, the sun's still pretty hazardous, but you can show a bit of elbow and a bit of ankle. Oh my God, I could see a leg. I've broken out in sweat for the 1890s man. Then it gets a bit risque, elbows and arms, yeah, and maybe a bit of an ankle in 1900. Things are heating up nicely. By 1925, it's like they're in knickers. Look at this, 1925, the Roaring 20s. I should do a post on the Roaring 20s. Absolutely fantastic times. Loads and loads of happy times, I think. And then you get to 1927, and then it's this little ensemble. Nice, isn't it? Because the sun's safe by then. It was lethal then. It was safe by then because it got time to get used to it. So you have to come up from the tunnels. Anyway, so what we need is I want one of these hats. See what it does. What do you think it does, guys? Amplify chi energy, amplify signal, make you highly psychic. I could literally, I don't even need to send you a text message. I could just think at you. Led Zeppelin. Hey, Mom, I'm going to spread your wings. Who likes Led Zeppelin? Is your favorite band? was my favourite band. So Noddy Older of Slade. Now Slade are a very fantastic band. I actually heard them once in Puffcore. Probably the loudest experience. One of the loudest ever. They were one of the loudest bands ever. Here they are on the cover of the Slade album. And have you noticed what they're doing? They're doing a wiggly flat thumb. They're wiggly flat thumbing. This is not only the only evidence of Noddy Holder doing wiggly flat thumbs. I shit you not. I think they're wiggly flat thumbists. I think Noddy Holder is a flat earther and a wiggly flat thumbist. Right, let's have a look at Tavistock's finest, or some of them. I watched a documentary the other day on Randy Rhoads. Fuck me, that's trippy. A plane crashed into the house, killed Ozzy Osbourne's friend and guitarist, you know, Crazy Train guitarist, and killed the makeup artist. It's like a Cessna just crashed into the house and burnt it down. It was really weird. But a lot of these have had really weird, haven't they? Wow. Sade gets a really prominent "Your love is king," but she does say like some pervy stuff in her lyrics. So and smooth operator and stuff. So there's that. Bono, wow, fucking hell. He turned to shit. Have you seen him on YouTube? Kate Bush. I think Mark Devlin should definitely decode Kate Bush's witchy ways, like the red shoes. But yeah, Phil Collins, what a knob. He told Led Zeppelin when they was live in Live Aid in Philadelphia that he knew the music, and he never, and it just went to shit in a handbag. You can't pretend you know fucking musical scores, just make it up like he did. So Axl Rose, I'd like to. That's what should happen. Is a famous band should spontaneously combust on stage, and I put Axl Rose's name down for that. I think it's just like because they're crap. Okay, Jimmy Somerville. Oh God, love him. Imagine being born Jimmy Somerville. Bloody terrible. Billy Ocean. Do you know Billy Ocean's from London? Back in the day, right, when he was proper famous. I definitely thought he was a fucking American. Somebody said, "No, Billy Ocean's from London." I was like, "Fuck off! He's from at least Chicago." No. Billy Ocean is from London. So David Bowie's a strange one, wasn't he? I do like David Bowie's music, but King, Freddie Mercury, Prince, he dipped off, didn't he? Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, shake your body, Shaka Khan. I'm every woman. By that, she means man. So, yeah, I heard, right, that Stevie Wonder, squats flies. And he can see the time on his watch. And do you know Ray Charles as well? They ain't fucking blind guys. No, it's a scam. So, yeah, this is one of the incantations. Many of these have been doppelgangered. Definitely with... working 9 to 5. What is her fucking name? Dolly Wills. Oh, Whitney Houston. Do you know what happened? Whitney Houston married Gene Pitney and became Whitney Pitney. That's not true. Oh, God love her. There ain't nothing wrong with a bit of Bobby Brown, unless you inject it in your arm. So, it's really awful. Okay. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? No, Lionel, no. Just be quiet. Hall & Oates, they were all right. I don't think they sold out completely. According to the song, I won't go for that. No, can do. It's about my record deal. So Sting, he was born on exactly the same day as me, October the 2nd, 1967. Makes us almost twins. And Kiefer Sutherland, he was born in London, Kiefer Sutherland. 2nd of October, 1967. Do you think that's spooky? It's true. So, yeah, Tina Turner. I always thought Tina Turner, because she had her legs apart when she danced, like really weirdly, that she had a pair of gonads. Big gonads. Yeah. Madonna sucking a lollipop. Like a virgin, like a sturgeon. Oh, poor, let's just go down the local cottage and find a cheesy thing to do. Poor old Michael. Freedom. That's what we want. Freedom. We want freedom to do what we want to do. We want freedom away from you. You're the King of Wales. So I'm going to put my name down anyway. I think I'm good. I think my work speaks for itself. And 10 years of me just talking as well. You've got to hang on what I'm about. I think I'll be good. I think that it would be a lovely place to be. Clean, no rubbish. I bet you're really intrigued how all this is going to happen. The problem is, guys, right, is people don't think big enough. Yeah, they just don't think big enough. I think really big. I think the biggest. And I think, fuck it. I know it sounds nuts, but I won't even let it stop me. People say, can't do that, Matt. I'll say, yeah, can I? You watch. Because you can do anything you want if you put your mind to it, you know, guys. Prosperity of the British Empire. Firstly, or recently, I've not been a fan of the British Empire in any regard because it's all a psyop, etc. But like I said, with the current state of Britain, the ideal that British people usually take over the world when there's nothing to do, okay, or used to, how much it's changed. So yeah, this is under places like the catacombs, stacks and stacks and stacks of people all kept underground. Let's not talk about it. It doesn't matter. It's not important. So in Aspen, Colorado, again really high up, you got the Silver Queen, which is a Phoenician, and she arrived. But she looks exactly like Britannia, a bit like Statue of Liberty. Got the eagle, the wings open, in a float. So the Phoenicians are everywhere, and it's not really maritime Colorado, is it, in any regard? The first town that I visited when I went to Colorado, I got bit by a dog. No, I did. Went in like a petrol station, and then like a white wolf dog sat by the door. So naturally, being me, I went to pet it, and it bit me, and it really fucking hurt. I mean, it really hurt my bone. So I went up to the woman. I said, "Your dog just bit me. What if it was a fucking kid? What's the matter with you, woman?" You know. And she got it behind a counter. But God, fucking stupid, horrible dog. Anyway, the European Zoological Society, the Calapali, go through the streets playing Hom Tiddly Om Tom music. And it'd be fantastic, steam powered. Really, the kids would be excited. When I was a kid, we used to have a brass band come around the streets of Ely, Salvation Army, and you could hear them on a Sunday coming up the avenue, and I'd get dead excited as a kid, and I knew they would come down the street and I'd have a brass band playing, even though it's shit. Yeah, and they played fucking Alga or something, but they're playing crap military music. It's still really good. I would have liked it if they broke out into "I Want to Break Free." So here's Jimmy talking to Mama Cass. Now, noticeably, Mama Cass is sweating like a bastard. She's got greasy hair because of all of the fat that is seeping through her pores into her greasy hair. So you can see why the music industry, she had to go. It's like, you're a really good singer, Mama Cass, but you're really too much for the music industry. We have to buy 2 seats on the airplane every time. And let's be honest, the other girl, she's really beautiful. So she had to go. This is what happens if you're ginger and you're stupid. That doesn't necessarily mean the two go together. I know some great intellectuals that are, in fact, ginger people. But sometimes I think it's deserved. Anyway, so here's Slade again. Okay, it's Christmas. We love Slade. We love a bit of Noddy Older. And what's Noddy doing again? I'm telling you guys, these are wiggly flatfirmists. It's trippy. It's trippy. Oh, this is British. This is Britain at its finest, right? I don't think this would be permitted in the modern day. I don't know. I don't watch television, but if I did, if Pan's people were on the telly in the modern day, I would tune in. I mean, to terrestrial telly, I would tune in for Pan's people. As long as it wasn't Jimmy Savile introducing them. Cool, I bet he was creepy all over these, wasn't he, Pan's people? Dave Lee Travis got away with murder, didn't he? And he seemed really lusty. I don't think Tony Blackburn was perving on any of the women. There was something wrong with Tony Blackburn. Seems really nice, though, doesn't he? Anyway, why is the Phoenician fertility goddess used as an emblem for the foundlings then? The arms of the foundling hospital. You get the fertility goddess, Phoenician, and the Odd Fellows. That's a strange organisation. There's a couple of strange anagrams with Odd Fellows as well, if you have a look. I did them before, but can't actually remember it right now because, to be honest with you, okay. Ooh, let's have a look what she's thinking. She's having a Yorick moment. Let's have a look what she's thinking. I don't think she's thinking anything. She's having one of those vacant moments. We just stare into nothing, feeling nice. Do you ever have them moments? It's like not really feeling anything, but I'm like just staring into nothing, but I'm really feeling all right about it. Alas for Yorick. The donut hole, its quality. And you can drive your car into a ring donut. Rusty Brown's ring donut. I like to lick mine lovingly in the middle. Ooh. Look at this, the Welsh Terminator. I'll be there now in a minute. Can you imagine if that was the case, though? You had a Welsh Terminator. No one would ever die. It's just too nice. It's like, do you want to come over for tea? It's like, you're the Terminator. You're supposed to be sent from another timeline to assassinate me because I'm like John Connor, basically. It's like, do you want to come for a cup of tea? It's like, oh, fucking hell, better add then, hadn't I? So here's London in the old days, all colourful and trippy, full of British people. Oh, God, look at it. Come on, lovely. Come and buy a cup and saucer. What a lovely geezer. There he is. No, so I was having to think about poor old. I was actually wondering if there was anything going on between Ozzy and this young man here, who is Randy Rhoads, who basically teams up with Ozzy. The story behind him, he was just mind-blowing, best guitarist ever. But yeah, he got fucking twatted. It's basically the Cessna hit the bus, misses Ozzy, plows into Candyland. The propeller literally just splatters like Randy Rhoads all over the wall and the makeup artist. Trippy. Imagine if Randy Rhoads had lived. So he was supposed to have died having a wank. Apparently, is my clutches. Don't believe that. Don't know that guy. He looks a bit. Wow, he looks stoned. Not stoned as him though. I bet you all know who these people are. I'm afraid I'm not up on all of them. This guy looks familiar. I only know Randy Rhoads and Michael Hutchins, really. I'm embarrassed to say I don't know who the rest are. Except they look Leonard Skinner-y. You grew up in Birkenhead, did you? N3L15. So yeah, Madame Blavatsky had some trippy eyes. She came to Britain. She lived in Turkey for a bit, believe it or not. It is Satan, she thinks, who is God of our planet. She also thinks it's a planet and the only God. So we're not gods then. So it's not only men then, is it? And we are the gods then, because that is the biggest psyop going. It's been 1 year since Welsh Pool was introduced to the world. Ryan Reynolds, if you're watching Flat Earth British, can I be the next Welsh Pool, please? Thank you. Okay, let's have a look at some ancient Monarch. Okay, what's he up to? Yes, that's right. Eat those fresh livers, children, of the dead person. I don't know what's going on. It looks like they're eating some meat. It's weird. Newgate Prison. No, is it me or is the background fake and penciled in? I don't know. They got these strange devices on the roofs. Newgate Prison in London, very famous prison, and not actually used in the modern day, but the stories behind it was a debtor's prison and all sorts of gnarly tales of how extreme it was in there. So this is what we used to do back in the past, guys. I was one of these myself, a lot later than this, though. Was tens of thousands of us on a Saturday would all cram in a football stadium and cheer our football team and then have a big fight with the other team's fans. Standard. Even these gentlemen would have a little bit of fisticuffs. because that's why you all went down. I'm not saying they're all football hooligans, but Britain's, they're hooligans. What can I say? It would be disrespectful not to give your neighbouring team a good kicking. It's like when you go to Benidorm, isn't it, on holiday? It's like disrespectful to not give them a good kicking. Wait, is he still there? Our Scouse, Birkenhead man. Calm down. Do you like Billy Moore? Calm down. Somebody made a video. Was it you? Calm down. That's me doing Scousers. It's all right. You can take the piss out of the Welsh. Apparently, we shag sheep. It's not true. It's only the one. So, yeah, look at the drinks cart on trains in the old days. When I was in Southampton this week, they had a luxury train. I don't know how they advertise this thing, but it had chandeliers, posh people on there eating fine foods, waiters and all beautiful silks and everything. And I was wondering, like, how do you get to go on one of those trains? It's like the Orient Express on acid. This thing was out of this world. So where did they advertise then? Is it only for elites? Get magazines saying you're on a luxury train? So this is the anniversary of the Battle of Trafalgar, 1904, 100 years after good old Nelson gave somebody what for, British style, with his big bloody battleship. Cause, here we go. Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britain never, never, never shall be slain, according to the song. So that didn't work out very well. There's another one as well. Now, Winston Churchill done a famous World War II speech. This is what he said. He said, I will bite you on the features. No, that's not it. I will fight you on the beaches. We will never surrender. Okay. Bit fucking late for that as well. Morris Canal Plain 12 East in Newark, New Jersey. Beautiful red brick place. And this thing goes down into the East River. Old Americasville. Newark. I know Newark, but another one. This is in Spain, I believe, but look at this thing. It was part of another building, but a wobbly column. And what is it got on top? Corona. I definitely think they're a sort of electromagnetic technology. So, yeah, wrought iron affairs. There's a lot of faces going on in these things, I noticed. Really weird stuff going on. Wrought ironage. So, yeah, ancient thing dug up in the ground. I think this is Greek. But what is this? High Court in Madras. So they built that massive court with a tower and whatever all this is in the middle of a field. See, I just don't get that. It makes no sense. Beautiful and all, isn't it? So I'm not sure what's happening here, but all I can say is it's a load of funnels for ships. And if you can read Russian, you could probably find out what's going on there. Because I can't read Russian at all. I've tried. So this is in Volgda in Russia. Let's have a look. Just the one old dude walking along his cobbly stones. No one else around. Okay. So this was on the top of a building, but it's got smashed inside. There's some bit of metal and there's some sort of dust inside. I wonder if it's the ashes of humans or saints. I don't know where that come from. So let's have a look at this big old organ in Utah. Wow. Isha Wapa. Welcome to Utah. Utah Saints. Utah Saints. Look at these. They're like Tesla coils. So, yeah, this was a Turkish princess. Apparently, a lot of people proposed to her and were disappointed and killed themselves. I think it was at least 12 men who killed themselves. She was the most sought-after beauty in the whole of Asia, Turkey, as you can see. She's a fine princess, very beautiful. Bad, isn't it? Literally, hundreds of suitors apparently. She basically, because of her moustache, you know. But yeah, they do get hairy in the Mediterranean. It's all that olive oil. We will never surrender. Look, this is what happens when you say these words: is you get basically everything just disappears next to St. Paul's Cathedral, but not St. Paul's Cathedral. War is okay. It's kind. They miss the good stuff and they blitz the old shit we don't need anymore. But look at these underground places. What is hell? Right, it's a neat type jag in the back, isn't it? No, it's not. It's a. Ooh, is it a Shelby? It is. Okay. The 60s, oh my God, the clothing, the everything, the aesthetic, everything was just a million times better. So we got John Ford, who's looking fucked. He's got an adrenal eye going on. We got John Huston, the movie director, with a big, massive cigar. And we got off his head on crystal, probably Dennis Hopper. What a strange three to get together. Let's all go and sit in bed with an aging John Ford. So it's a really strange thing. But it's like they're all in the same. It's a big club and you ain't in it. See, if this was the case, right, I might go to hospital and get my finger fixed. I'm just scared to go in there because I don't want to be touched anything properly by, you know. But if it was like that, it'd be different, wouldn't it? You know, I'd be like, nurse, I'm stoned. Can you rub my belly? Like, this is Kim Wilde. She's from a singing dynasty. Her father was Marty Wilde, the 1950s rock and roll singer. Got quite famous in Britain. We had a daughter, pretty daughter. She's still quite nice. Now she does vegetables and things in the garden and talks about the stars. Kim Wilde. Wear the skids in your underpants. Whoa. Do you remember her? Amazing talent. She couldn't sing for shit, guys. But Britain was like, use the Maz Bucket. Yeah, she is. Marianne faithful. Was she faithful? We don't know. I did buy her album once, Broken Dreams, was it? Oh my God, what a dire bloody album. No, it wasn't. It was actually okay. So Marianne faithful, still around, kicking around. I seen her on YouTube the other day. Twins are weird, didn't they? Imagine going on a date with twins. Or Siamese twins would be weird. Something going on with twins, isn't it? Isn't it weird? That's why the Nazis are like Dr. Goebbels. No. The other one was really into twins. Yeah, man. Boys from Brazil stuff. Trippy. Anyway. So, look at this. Look at this. This is Amy. What's she got on her neck? Star David. This is Amy Winehouse. Looking healthy before the drugs. And she's with Tony Bennett. I used to really like Tony Bennett. Do you like Tony Bennett? Oh, yeah. Telly Savalas. Look at that. Look at that. Cuckoo. Hey, cuckoo. Telly Savalas. A.K.A. Theo Kojak. Now, who doesn't like Kojak? Look at that. Look at that Greek man there. Yeah? He's going to cuckoo you with his lollipop. Our man Flint. Now, our man Flynn, I watched this week. It's fantastic. It's on YouTube. There's a few adverts in it, but it's definitely worth a watch. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. It's like the American James Bond, but he's like a super genius. And he talks to dolphins. And he makes a weapon, like which is a hand fasces. I shit you not. It's brilliant. So this is what we used to do in Britain years ago. We used to have blueses. So the boys used to set up massive speakers and they used to blast reggae like massively loud. Yeah. And you could just go there and you could just have a can and spliff, listen to reggae, a little dance. Everything was groovy. And we all used to do that. They still do sound systems, but it's a lot different than it used to be in the day. Back in the day, see, rude boys, rude girls, they could just give it all that. You're all right. You're cool. Back in the day, ships of the night. We were just two ships that passed in the night. Ships. in the sky? What if that was the case, that there was like fluidity, let's just say, in the sky, and ships could actually be ships in the sky? Waters above, waters below. Fluid, float. I'm going to come back, actually, guys, for a second. Find out what's going on, because I may be talking to myself in the bedroom. Oh, not my bedroom, in my living room. Martin is coming. 2.5 hours. I didn't want to talk that long, actually, but there you go. That's in my flat a dig thing. I'm going to show you a video that I'm going to link up in the descriptions box right now, which was me this week in the Flat Earthers meetup. There was like 100+ people turned up. It was absolutely really groovy evening. Like I said, Flat Earth is actually doing well. I'm quite happy. Okay. What's that, Fabian? Weirdo, you see them flying. Okay, we got Campbell in the house. Yeah. It's called Campbell Autodidactic. Did you see your video by Tartaria in Truth? Oh, it was funny. Not that funny. Great footage again, Mr. Oh, thanks, Mr. Asda. I'm glad you enjoy this stage, yeah. And thanks for being here, bringing all your vibration and your energies to the strange Flat Earth British live event. Starships, good one, Jonathan. It's Dwight Ditch, good to see you again, matey. I don't know what that is. I know you live in Arizona, though. I get that. Vibes is in the house, and Autodidactic, who just got back from Amsterdam. Where you had a fantastic time. Dr. Mengler was the twin guy. That's who I was trying to think of. Mengler. His maid said he was a really lovely fella, and you never think that he was, the way he was. See, you don't know about the propaganda, though, do you? Oh, what to believe? Any of the peasants are revolting? Oh, they are pretty revolting, though. Whew, have you smelled them? Have you seen the poor people? Don't look at them. Not directly in the eyes. It will rub off on you. I thought he was doing the laundry. What got juggernauts, Vaders, the Munchkin land? Who loves you, baby? Cuckoo-choo. Yeah, we all have a bit of Kojak. I tell you what, Kojak's awesome to watch if you were like decoding like Antiquity, because it shows you all old Bronx in New York. Shit tons of Mudflood buildings in Kojak, I tell you. And they're always in like waste ground and stuff, having gunfights. Italian buildings. Viking, good to see you, my man. Callie Simon. He's got a vein. Okay. My mother was a twin. Oh, was she? Elvis was a twin as well. The twin died apparently on birth. And he would have been better than Elvis Presley. Baby. James Colburn was super cool, hippie shake. I liked Lee Marvin as well, I do. Do you like Lee Marvin? Good, isn't he? Check your mods later. Okay, wacky whack. See you later. Have a good weekend to come. The weather's gone a little bit like earlier, but I'm not bothered. Who loves you, baby? Cuckoo-choo. So yeah, let's have a Bob Sykes in the house. See my friend. It's true, that is. Double the trouble, innit? But yeah, somebody said to me, I met somebody in the Flat Earth Social, and said they met my doppelganger, and they thought it was me. And I met a load of people on the train, a family on the train, who were Flat Earth Britishers. They couldn't believe it. They were like taking photographs of me on the train, and everybody's looking, going, "What the fuck is this guy?" It's nice when that happens. So, but I do get recognised out there in the world. More so in America than Britain, though, weirdly. Thanks for that, Dwightage. One more woman. Yeah, let's leave the women out of it. Just fucking be grateful that they're here. Life would not be worth living without women. Let me get another beer. Go on then, Wacky. Get the bevies down you, Gregory Peck. Me old China. City state electricity. Yeah, they are in a state, aren't they? Ugh. It's high stakes. It's things at stake. It's going to be well done. Ugh. Excuse me. Oh shit! So I've got the shit. So yeah, let me just show you the Flat Earth Social. I just linked it up, and I'll give you a little clip of it. It was actually really good, and everyone who presented had a really good time actually. So there's that. Just show you a little tiny clip of it, if I can get my shit together, which I can't really. I seem to have lost cognitive abilities. Don't worry though. I'm sure it's all good. So yeah, there I am in the Flat Earth Social, put on by Ian Leahy and his wife Lisa. Absolutely fantastic effort. Lots of groovy people. I'll just show you a quick clip. It's a bit loud and the audio's off a bit, but your Flat Earth Social, Ian Leahy. Thank you. If you let me play this for a second. So yeah, it was a lot of people. I kept fucking up the image by standing in front of it or putting my beer in front of it, but I'm a professional YouTuber. I'm usually in my room doing shit, and as you can see, I'm a bit splattered and I'm covering the screen. But yeah, go watch that. It is linked up, and I will link it below in the descriptions box. And next month, this month, in 3 weeks, will be the RiseAbove weekend, which is on Bank Holiday Monday at the end of the month. And that is linked below. And then next month is Alleviate and Elevate Convention in September, which is also linked below. And there is the big Flat Earth party that is happening in Spain in September, with Alex, who is Flat Earth Mystic Guru, and all the other truthers are all going to be descending there. So I'm going to make maximum effort to try and intend. I've already written a manifestation card and put it in my wallet so that it will manifest. Just make the movements towards it, and then it'll all fall into place and it'll happen. So I'm doing that. Try and magic some stuff up. What do you think? Well, I think it's good. I think it's good because it brings all the people together, man, and it's just so much love and good times. And in the world the way it is at the moment, yeah, man, that's the best way to be. Having a good time if you can, and living on one another if you can. Thanks, Steve Rads. Good to see you in the house, mate. And why not? Amy. So there's that. There he is from Birkenhead. Cut down. Get blessed by Taoists, Martin, before you travel. I bless myself. I'm a holy man, Rachel. So I don't need to. Thanks, though. It's kind of thought, but no, I'm good. I'm more holy than them, probably. Quite high up now. My dad lived around the block from Kojak. What? Really? The other guy that was in Kojak was apparently his brother. He had him like acting with him, didn't he? You know, his assistant. That was his brother in real life, but he was like not good looking and he was fat. What was his name? Savalis. Something Savalis. So we got Flat Earth Zuma. Good to see you, love. What's going on? My ex played with Shaka Khan for a while. Really? What? Oh no, you mean played music? Oh yeah. She's every woman. I like Shaka Khan. Thank you, Chrissy. Hope you enjoyed my ponderances and my thoughts of today. I think that it is all a bag of balls. That's what I think. It's all stories and story loops, and it's all been a lie. So there's that. So my mum was a twin. Was she, Hippie Shake? Identical. Not weird. We had some identical twins in school. I could never tell them apart, ever, until one went baldy and one never when they grew up. I could definitely tell them apart. It's like, that was weird. They looked the same, and one went baldy and one never. All right. Evacuate Skylab. Jamie and the magic touch. Okay. Puff and pass. Jamats. Ooh, that Mortison. Jam Mortison, good to see you. Camel does rock. Camel's awesome. Okay, thank you for being here this week. I will be back in a day or two. I got stuff ongoing. It's been a really busy week. Lots of moving around. Dictatorship. Oh, I like that. Okay, Shannon Clark's in your house. Good to see you, lovely. Shannon, like the river. Math Poland. I think that's Math Poland. Let's have a look. Can we check? Can we check on the channel? See if that's math? I don't think Math Poland does have a blank sort of thing going on. Let's have a look though. Because if it was Math Poland, that would be awesome. I only thought about you just the other day. So that would be weird if it was. Nora, you got a moddy thing. Click to find out if his channel. Don't worry, I got it. I don't think it is. Okay. Nah, I don't think so. 2 subscribers. I don't think that's the Math Poland I was thinking of. Matt Boyland. It's not. Okay. God is love. Okay, make sure to subscribe to my Martinliedtke channel, okay? Make sure to like this video, if you will, and try and override the weirdness that's going on with the algorithm. Allow a little dance. So Morgan Tristram, I can see you in the house. He's smoking 35% animal runts. So he's on fire, which is nice. Fire it off. Thanks, Blue Moon B. Yes, Amen. Okay. Thanks, Hippie Shake. Okay. I looked, Nora. It's not Matt Poland. You got 2 subscribers. It's not. I've looked. Roy, good to see you, my man. Working out ways of getting to Spain, my bro. Put my tent out there, wrote my card. People are strange, David, but don't worry about it. We've got us lot to hang around with. I'm sure we're not strange at all. Doesn't matter, does it? As long as everyone's happy, that's all I care about. Anyway, I got to go and do things. My back's in half sitting here. I got to be honest. I will be back, okay, very, very soon, bringing love and hopefully some common sense and some truthage. Okay. Subscribe. Thanks, Fan. Much love, everybody. Thanks, David. Thanks for everybody for being here.